but dirt and stone and bar. But my mind it wanders near and far of doom and fear, where no one's spared. But I am not the one who's scared. I see ye pass and I look away, avoid mine eyes, but here I stay, the travelers.
Why, hello, and welcome to session 6 of The Glittering Night in Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. My name is Stu. I am your storyteller, and we should have figured out the order, huh?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Jim.
Perfect.
I'm Jim, and I'll be playing, what's my name again? Felix St. John, Nosferatu film editor, millionaire guy.
Hi, I'm Stork. I'm playing Floyd Gilmore, a ex-Dr. Brouhaha.
Hi, I guess I'll go next. I'm Joey, and I am playing Colin, the toreador, violinist, and all-around Hollywood playboy.
Hi, I'm Pooja, and I'm playing Lakshmi, the Tremere.
Okay, now it's my turn. I'm Sam. I'm playing a Malkavian. She's also a nun. She might worship Satan. Her name is Anna Sophia.
Excellent.
Saving the best for last.
And would someone like to summarize what happened last time? I actually forgot to write down notes after last time. And
We have Sam! Yay! She keeps copious notes.
Okay, hold on.
She forgot she was note taker.
No, I just had to unmute myself and find the correct page in the tome. Okay. About a week had passed after the fight. The cathedral got a serious security upgrade, and the crew moved their meeting location to an abandoned storefront in the Eagle Rock Mall. Felix took the opportunity to blood bond Floyd, who awakened to find himself in the safe house in some comfy clothes. He used a cell phone left for him to call Felix, who fills him in on what he missed, and he's pretty disoriented. Colin calls Paul Morphy to update him on the information we gathered on the Inquisition, while Felix looks into buying Smash Chat. It's a no-go, but he is able to buy the server farm that the app runs on. He also sets up a contest to get humans out investigating basements and reporting findings for a chance to win a prize. Floyd checks in with his herd, and one tells him about a veteran buddy who someone tried to recruit a few years ago. Lakshmi checks out the safe house in Pomona following the trail of the Bloodstone. It's roped off with police tape. News searches show that there was a shooting, but no one was found. The house was supposed to be abandoned. She sneaks in to investigate, finding some detonators, guns, and explosives, and also the house is wired to explode. So she grabs the evidence, trips the wire, and gets out of there. The explosion takes out the homes on either side, killing some humans, unfortunately. The crew meets at the mall. Felix reminds us about a note he received indicating the Anarchs may be planning an attack on the Rose Bowl and flanking Glendale. He sent in the parrots he has ghouled to check it out. The Alhambra San Marino coterie are the next closest to the area. Parrots report some people entering and hiding in the Rose Bowl. Felix relays this info to the sheriff. Lakshmi senses the Bloodstone and our ghoul friend has moved south to Orange County, then over to Beach Cities, and is now on the Mote of Sin. Felix heads off to Scully's office, who asks him about Anna Tremont, and says she's been disappearing for periods of time, not answering his texts. Felix agrees to look into her whereabouts, then heads back to the mall. Scully calls on the way to tell him that Miroslav has some forces over by the Rose Bowl. The crew discusses options and decides not to interfere with the battle, but to watch from nearby and pick off any stragglers while protecting the Pasadena borders. Meanwhile, Anna Sophia suggests Colin send a courier with a burner phone to the moat to look for his ghoul. We decide to set some weapons caches in Pasadena just in case. Colin spots Anna Tremont as he is setting his, and she approaches him wearing what looks like tactical gear. She asks him what he's doing here, and says she's patrolling the area. Miroslav has his new toy out, and it's going to get ugly. Apparently, he has hired some Eastern European mercs armed to the teeth. These are mortals, and they don't speak English. He offers her help and asks about getting to chat with one of the mercs. He shares info with the crew, and Felix suggests verifying this info with polymorphy. The Seneschal can neither confirm nor deny resources, but says that Miroslav may have a tendency to overestimate his resources. Sounds like the battle will not be tonight, so the crew takes the opportunity to use Felix's boat and go look for his ghoul on the moat. Lakshmi casts a spell to create a glowing path only she can see to lead to our missing ghoul friend. It leads inland. She heads up the way, and we find an apartment building. Small 2-story, room number 24. Colin knocks, and a voice says, "Who is it?" And claims Stanley Cartwright isn't in there. Threatens to call the police. Floyd breaks the door down and is confronted with the barrel of a shotgun, narrowly avoiding the blast. Anna Sophia moves in unseen and puts the priest with a gun in a chokehold. Felix notices a car sitting a half a block down the street, which speeds off. He notes the license plate. Floyd knocks the priest out with the butt of his shotgun. It looks like we've interrupted an exorcism. Colin finds Stanley in one of the bedrooms, knocked out, with a syringe next to him. It looks like this is a safe house, and the vial contains a strong sedative. Felix walks over to the area where the car was with Lakshmi, who runs a search on the license plate. It's registered to St. Luke's Church in Long Beach. Anna Sophia uses the syringe to inject the priest with her blood and some sedative, just for fun, while Colin agrees to let Lord Katerina know of the fanatics on her island. And we abscond with our new buddies, weekend at Burmesing them all the way back to the boat and off to our havens just before dawn. Anna Sophia securely ties up her new friend and sets a pair of Satanists to babysit him during the day, while Colin ties his ghoul up and retires for the day as well. We got friends.
Okay, that's where we ended up.
Yeah, it was a busy night.
I completely forgot the whole trip to the Mote of Sin.
Mm-hmm. I didn't.
Like, I remember this something happened, and there was the basements, and now just to sort of clarify, Felix, your what specifically is your plan with this contest involving basements? One more time. Bless you.
Basically, what I was doing is doing sort of like a modern Tunnels and Trolls thing, where it's sort of like a scavenger hunt, and I say you have to take pictures of these items and they're all within sub-basements of buildings in Los Angeles, and I put up a prize.
Okay. So these people will be posting them on Twitter or something.
Yeah, posting them on probably on the gram.
With your special hashtag, right? So you see them all?
Exactly. It makes it easier that way.
Right. Okay. Okay, and today would be Saturday, January 18th. Does anyone want to concur with me on that, or am I incorrect?
Can confirm.
Can confirm. Okay. So it is the evening of Saturday, January the 18th. Everyone wakes up, and they may make a rouse roll to see whether or not they're hungrier than they were when they went to sleep.
Yup, I'm real hungry.
I got a 9.
What are we looking for?
You need a 6 or more.
I succeed.
Okay. Pooja was muted when she was talking.
I succeeded.
Okay. All right.
So it was just me.
It should have been half of you. Statistically. Okay. So all of you wake up. When Anna Marie, is that correct?
Anna Sophia.
Anna
You always
Sophia.
call me Anna Marie.
I don't know why I have that stuck in my head. Do I know someone named Anna Marie?
It's cool. Last game I tried to rename myself after an NPR reporter.
Okay. So what you get up in the morning and you sort of secured your priest the night before the night before, and someone, and no one's fessing up, drew a pentagram on his forehead with a knife.
Well, rude.
Like Satanists do. I mean, come on.
Let's see. Well, if no one's fessing up, then they're all getting punished. Okay, so, if none of you will admit to this, then I'm just gonna have to go ahead and say it. Shibari practice is suspended for 3 weeks. Brought this on yourselves.
But
One of them.
And I'm
One of
make everyone practice carving pentagrams properly on grapefruits because they're not very good at it.
one of them breaks and points to the guy who did it.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Now this is when you punish betrayal.
Stitches get stitches.
Yup. Okay. Well, I would like to make well, I probably know them pretty well, so I don't know if I need to do this. My insight specialty is vices, so like I can I could make a roll to see like, you know, what his weakness is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Don't forget your hunger die.
I'm gonna say we all chip in and get Stu a T-shirt that says "Don't forget your hunger die," and then you just have to wear it, and we'll all know.
Chip in. I'll just make one.
We'll just give him a fan that he can thwart.
exactly, because we can't see the whole shirt since we're not all there. It'll have to be a bib or a fan.
Bib.
Yeah,
It might be useful.
I'll do it
soon.
like that across, like circular across the neckline.
Every time you see that, it reminds me of that Dragnet movie, and the guy going, "Don't forget your goat leggings."
That movie was awful, except for the
The
fact
Dan Aykroyd movie, Dragnet movie.
No, I got that part. That
there
was the only part.
Yeah, there was basically a scene where they were all at this bonfire, and all the Satanist bad guys were wearing these weird goat leggings, and they walk up, and this guy just walks up to the two cops with these goat leggings and goes, "Don't forget your goat leggings."
Okay.
Silly, sorry.
I got 2 successes and 2 on the hunger dice, so nothing.
Okay. So are you trying to find out about the person who was who snitched, or the person who scribbled the pentagram?
Which is worse, snitching or defacing my property? Maybe snitching.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what specifically you're looking for?
Well, you know, I just want to tailor the punishment to this guy, so I need to know what his weakness is.
Okay. His biggest weakness is smack.
Oh, okay. Well, then he is going to have to go into a treatment program before he's allowed to come to congregation again.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
All right.
He's going to have to complete the program, too.
Right. And then when he comes back, get immediately addicted again?
Well, that's his choice when he gets out.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then he walks over and sits in the corner, and he's sort of despondent.
Good.
Okay. Who has things to do in the morning or in the evening when you guys are getting up? Is there anyone that wants to check on anything?
Yeah, since I have my ghoul again, I would like to get a little nosh on him. Because of my my hunting style, we're gonna make it a bit of a game. Mm-hmm. He is already chained up to the bed. You know that situation.
Okay.
See, I'll feed on him to take my hunger back down to 1, and I want to try to get as much of the last week out of him as possible. So, like, where did you go? Who did you kill? How did you end up on the Mote of Sin? Who knows about us? Kind of like get debrief him a little bit.
Okay. Basically, he recounts the last, day and a half? No, it's been a week, right?
Yeah.
That's right, because we skipped a week. He went... now, did you guys equipped him so he could go after the safe house?
Yeah, more or less. I think we gave him whatever he had on him when we attacked him.
He got to the safe house, and he basically he'd found someone and had him dress in his clothes and walk up, and then he would he basically set up an ambush. So when they open the door, he's able to take one of the guys in the safe house out, and then he was then able to finish the safe house off. Then he went on a journey to try to find vampires, because he knew you guys were vampires, but he didn't really know where you were from. So he started wandering around until he met someone who told him that they had heard a rumor that there were vampires on Caravel Island, which is the Mote of Sin. And that is he started making his way there. Of course, he didn't have much in the way of resources, because he doesn't have an ID or anything like that on him. So he had to basically kind of beg, borrow, and steal his way to get to the island. And that took him most of the week to do that. And then when he finally got there, he was wandering around trying to find vampires so he could find someone who maybe might know you and be able to get in touch with you.
Cool.
But he literally had no inkling where you guys were from.
That was part of the fun. Wild goose chase. It's okay though, you found me now. We're gonna go on a little bit of a drive. Are you ready for that?
Sure. Yeah.
Good. And I go ahead and load them up in my car and head over to the new safe house, which is that abandoned mall.
Okay.
In Eagle Rock.
Okay. Anyone else with morning stuff to do?
I'm just going to go visit my herd, get my hit of blood, find out if they know anything more about more veterans that have been recruited. I know we got the one guy who's up in Altadena, but I wonder if they've got more notes or more leads.
That's the only one.
Okay.
I would like to give my new priest friend another dose of ghouling. So.
Okay.
I think it takes, 3?
Yeah, I still haven't read that section. It did in the last version, so I'll say that until we find out differently.
Okay, sounds good.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. Pooja, your character doing anything? Lakshmi doing anything?
I'd like to look up more about St. Luke's.
Okay.
I believe is the correct name for the place where the van was from.
Yes. It's a Catholic church in Long Beach. It's kind of in the kind of like the Broadway area of Long Beach, kind of the arts district, with just a little bit east of the of downtown.
We call that horny corners.
I mean, he's not wrong.
It's legit. That's what they. I mean, Lori and I were looking for a wedding venue. We accidentally walked into a gay bar and started talking it up, and that's apparently what. It's one of the preferred nomenclatures.
Oh, for that section of Long Beach?
Yeah, the arts colony / whatever.
I'm sure everything between Broadway and Ocean.
Yeah, pretty much.
And let's see. The priest who who runs the parish, he belongs to a particularly conservative order within the church, sort of like an Opus Dei kind of thing, something like that. It's not a huge church. It's sort of like a mini cathedral. More modern looking, and it's not very old. It's probably built in the 60s. Anything else you want to know about it?
No, that's it for now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna go there, but I should probably take backup.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did want to go through. Does my priest have any identification on him?
He does not. He has nothing.
Oh, then we're gonna have to interrogate him a little when he wakes up.
Okay.
I'm going to head to the Rose Bowl and just sort of stealth out and keep an eye on it.
Okay. When you get to the Rose Bowl, you see some of these people that...
The Eastern Europeans?
Yeah. You see some of these guys, and they're all like... They all kind of have that Eastern European look to them. Real clean-shaved. And they're all wearing what looks like tactical gear, but is trying not to look like tactical gear. And they're carrying like violin cases and guitar cases and all kinds of stuff. And they seem to be getting into position.
Oh boy. I guess I better call the coterie and let them know that it's going to be tonight. That this is probably going down and we might need to come and watch. I'll text everybody.
Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Ping. Everyone gets a group text.
I don't look at my phone because I'm driving and that's illegal.
Okay.
Yeah, you could get in an accident and die.
But what I was working on is getting a bunch of those ultrasound devices that we were talking about to fend off animals that we may deal with.
Oh, okay. All right. Like the things that supposedly drive mice away from your house, those kinds of things?
Basically, I want to talk to one of my contacts who is a prop master, one of those guys that really knows how to work things up, and see if I can get something from him that's a little bit more amplified.
Okay. All right. What how many dots do you have in for your contact? Does it have dots?
I have influence within that industry of 3 dots.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he was able to come up with something and kind of tweak it for you.
Yay.
So does anyone else want to respond to his text?
Okay. I respond, okay, I got some things for that. Do we have a meetup location in mind?
We should meet at the mall.
On my way.
Yeah, I'll text back that I'm heading over to the mall and then leave priest friend in the hands of the Satanists who are under strict instructions not to further deface our guests.
Okay.
I'm taking my bloodhound with me too.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, it does take 3 drinks to make a proper rule.
Oh, it does. Okay. So they
Perfect.
left that the same.
And after that, it's just once a month.
So yeah, I would have given him his second drink at this point.
Less maintenance than a sourdough starter.
A lot of things are less maintenance than a sourdough starter. You gotta feed that bitch every day.
Yeah.
That's a big commitment.
Oh, then I'm less maintenance than a sourdough starter.
Okay. So most of you or all of you head to the mall. Where is the mall?
It's in Eagle Rock, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like where the 2 and Colorado Boulevard meet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Right there.
Remember where the old Monkey Wards was?
Right. Okay. I don't know. When there were Montgomery wards, I was living in Long Beach, and the only one I know where it is the one in Long Beach.
So if you're going up the 2 freeway right before you turn onto the 134, that big long on ramp, it's right there. Right as you cross over Colorado Boulevard.
Okay.
On the freeway.
I've got a map here in front of me. I'm looking at it right now. All right. It's
just down the road from Rose Bowl.
Got it. Okay. So who's at the safe house? The new safe house?
My ghoul and I are.
Okay.
But if you guys said
I'm there as well.
If you guys said you were going, then I guess I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually text Greg and ask him if he needs a ride. I don't know where he's at, and I know he has transportation issues sometimes.
Floyd, no. Floyd will just blink his way down there.
Oh yeah. Well, you got special powers. Never mind.
It'll take like 10 minutes because what is it, like a mile, 2 miles?
That was really funny because I was like, "Who's Greg?"
I looked at the freaking name at the bottom of the.
You figured it was
corner
his
of the thing.
characters.
Instead of
That's
looking at
awesome.
my notes. Yeah. Shut up. It's been 2 weeks.
It's about 4 miles. Okay, so you guys are all there.
I'll have draped myself dramatically across some piece of furniture waiting for you all to arrive. Nice of you to join me.
Yeah, so there were a lot of Eastern Europeans with a lot of violin cases. Most of Eastern Europe are a bunch of violin cases anyway, but these guys look specifically like they mean business, and so I think if it's not going on tonight, it'll be very, very soon.
How detailed a description can you give us about their location?
They are milling about the Rose Bowl. There's like a tour bus, and they're all getting ready to go do something at the Rose Bowl. Is that about right, Stu?
Yes.
I just mean as far as their actual pattern or something, because we do have, as I brush my hand against his cheek, a military man here speaking about my ghoul. Maybe he can give us some insight as to what they might be planning.
We kind of already know, right? We were under the impression that these guys are working for Miroslav, and they're going to counter the Bruja and the Gangrel, and they're going to try to take each other out, and we're going to be there to mop up the pieces, right?
Right, but if we know if they're funneling them in a certain direction based on their holding pattern, we can be in that place instead of trying to guess.
Right.
So I don't know how well you remember where they were positioning themselves, but maybe we can use my ghoul's military expertise to give us a leg up on where they might be sending the stragglers.
I pull out a laptop and I put up a Google Earth image of the Rose Bowl area.
Okay.
And I go, well, maybe we should need to figure out what the primary points of entrance and exit from that place are, since our job is to sort of try to mitigate any stragglers and see if we can pinpoint some places that are good for us to be lurking about for that.
Okay. Basically, what they've done is they've taken they've basically stationed themselves on sort of like the freeway overpass that runs sort of through the northern part of the park that makes up the Rose Bowl area. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, the 210 that goes over the Arroyo.
Like the upper Arroyo.
Yeah.
Arroyo Park. And they're basically they've got guys set up on high vantage points so they can basically see the freeway approach. Because that's that's the main corridor they would pretty much have to take to get into Pasadena. And that seems to be where they're set up. So there's like, you didn't see all of them, Floyd, but you probably saw 3 or 4 guys, probably sniper teams, and they seem to be set up not super far, probably within 100 yards of the 210 freeway right there, on either side of the road, either side of the freeway.
Yeah, so they're near that dam where JPL is and Linda Vista. Linda Vista goes on one side of the Rose Bowl, and I think there's another street that goes on the other side. But yeah, then there's the Arroyo in between, and it kind of ends at JPL.
Yeah. Yep. It's called Devil's Gate Reservoir.
That's right.
What a great name.
What a great name for a great place for a rumble.
All right, so I asked my ghoul, Sammy darling, based on your military expertise, where would be the most opportune place for us to set up our little team to pick off any stragglers and they have gotten through the front line of defense? Or offense in this case, I suppose.
Do me a favor, roll 1 die and half it.
Oof.
I just need a random number.
3.
Trying to figure out what his dice pool might be. Oh, bam. 3 successes.
Aha! That's my boy.
He says, well, it looks like they're trying to hit him before they actually get into the part of Pasadena they're probably trying to get into. But it kind of looks like your guys are putting all their eggs in one basket.
What do you mean?
Well, are you sure they're going to Pasadena? How good's your intel?
It's coming more or less only secondhand from the source. But it's a good second hand. It's the right hand of the source.
Oh. Well, I mean, there's a couple side roads in there that if they're wary, they might take instead of taking the main freeway. But it looks like the way they have everything set up, the way what you're describing, I don't know. Something doesn't look right.
If this were your operation, if you were taking point on this operation, where would you have put
on the defensive side?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if I'd put all of my forces there. Because there's more than one approach to get into Pasadena. And if they're using major roads and they're going to go unnoticed for the most part, I would have people set up all over the place. I mean, of course, it depends on what you have for, what the size of your force.
True, we don't know the true size of our own force as yet. But this is very interesting. Thank you, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look to the rest of the group. So?
I can only assume that there's more than just the 3 people I saw, and I can only assume that they're trying to watch all the entrances into Pasadena. They're assuming that everybody's coming in from the north. I'm concerned because we're dealing with Gangrel and we're dealing with Bruja, and there's shape-shifting going on and various power levels going on, and I don't see them all just sort of driving in a convoy. I can see them just literally swarming over the dam and around surface roads and sidewalks and backyards as a wave, not as an orderly convoy. And I don't know how to stop that.
So then maybe we should slightly alter our plan. Instead of trying to stop the ones that are getting by the mercenaries by plugging at least one of the holes the mercenaries have left.
if they've left holes. And the other thing is, I don't want to get too close and get caught in the crossfire. I don't want the mercenaries to mistake us for the enemy. I mean,
No,
I'm not too sure how to handle this. It's a really tricky situation. I mean, I kind of feel like we need drones or something so we can watch all sides all at once and find out what happens.
You mean those drones I bought?
Yeah, or so anything. I have no idea how to handle this and keep an eye on everything all at once.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we can keep an eye on everything, but
there is one other thought, and that is both sides need to communicate with each other, and we might be able to eavesdrop on that.
if Miroslav had wanted our help, he would have asked for our help. We are doing this as a way of showing, at least from my understanding, that we have taken an active interest in protecting Pasadena, and therefore it should belong to us now.
That, and to keep the Gangrel and Bruhoff off our back porch. We really should take an active interest to see how well this goes. Because if they fail, then the Bruja and Gangrel are at our border. And
So they can't fail.
That's right.
So how
Exactly.
lucky they are to have us assist them.
And it's more important that we mop up anything that gets into Pasadena proper than we wade into the thick of it.
I agree.
I mean, if Miroslav went to all the trouble of hiring soldiers, we might as well take advantage of that, you know?
Yes. Not to mention, I mean, fodder is fodder.
Yes, but Seneschal Morphy did mention that Miroslav tends to put more faith in his toys than he should. So I think maybe he's underestimating his enemy. So
It
perhaps
could be, but that's why we set up all of that stuff yesterday. So that anything that gets past them, but it makes no sense not to use them as the human shield that they are.
I suppose.
Not only that, but in dealing with them, it's going to cause a certain amount of chaos. And, you know, we'd be able to function more easily within that chaos.
I almost feel like we should drop back to the southern part of the arroyo and monitor the situation from there, and then we can see who leaks around the outside edges of, or what happens, or how Miroslav has planned. Miroslav may not have planned this himself. He may have hired these people, and they're planning it themselves. So we'll have to see.
When
How
have you
well
known
it
a
succeeds.
prince to not micromanage?
We don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of intelligence he has, too. He may know more about the opposition than we do. And they might be working on information that we just don't have.
They might even be thin bloods for all I know.
So we continue with the plan as normal and not make any alterations to it.
Yeah, and we can use
We need someone.
Felix's little pet parrots as our eyes,
We need to use
just as we
turrets
have been.
and drones, and we need to keep an eye on this to see what happens and then be able to react.
Then where should we lie in wait? I'll admit, I don't go much into Pasadena. It's a little lowbrow for my taste.
Well, we could sort of be near the Colorado Bridge or just south of the Rose Bowl from there. There's the golf course, which should be pretty empty this time of night.
That's north of the Rose Bowl.
Just.
Adjacently north.
Ran into a few night putters.
You know, people putting at night.
He's putting at night. Putting at night, Danny, with the daughter of the dean.
Assuming that the bridge is south to Rose Bowl, I'm gonna go for that.
The Colorado Bridge.
Yeah.
That's that big, huge vaulting bridge over the ravine. Yeah.
Yeah, knowing what it is doesn't help me with cardinal directions. Nothing will help me with cardinal directions.
It's a section of the freeway where you don't even realize you're on a bridge.
One more thing that we probably should be aware of is that there's no way for us to easily identify ourselves as friendlies to Miroslav's minions. So they're just going to see another vampire they don't know. So we need to be careful about that too.
That's exactly why we should be on mop-up duty, exactly like we had planned. We have caches, we're set up, we should just enact the plan that we put in place.
Yep. So we head out now. We should get some weapons, and then we should just wait.
Well, the weapons we cached last evening.
Well, but
yeah, we just slip by and grab a couple of guns.
Yes, exactly. Get them in our hands, get it loaded, get ready.
Then I graciously follow your lead.
All right, so let's head up to Pasadena. We'll stop by one of the caches. We'll each equip ourselves with the tracer bullet rifles. Right? Can you also use rifles? Who did we decide could use rifles? I know I can. Who else can? You can?
I'm
you can?
okay with them. I have a 1 dot in firearms, but
okay.
Same.
Unless you don't want to use them. I'm thinking that I know exactly how bad they are on vampires, so I think I'll lead with that, and then if I have to go to melee after that,
no, I'm much better with swords and blades, but I'd rather shoot them before they get to me first, and then use blades as a secondary.
Yup. Those of you that don't want to use firearms, perhaps you can monitor the drones and talk to the parrots. Jim, you're muted.
I can do command and control, sure.
Okay. What do you want to do with your ghoul? You want to send him out to check stuff out?
I think he might. That's partially why I brought him. I think he might be useful in trying to feed false information to the Second Inquisition.
You want to put a rifle in his hands and have him help us?
It may not be the worst idea. I'm just afraid of losing such a valuable asset.
I think that you should probably arm him, but have him bodyguard somebody. Not actively go out, but use him to ensure our safety. Because he is a resource that we might want to tap for other things, and we probably don't want to just throw him away.
That's my thought exactly. Do you feel that, in Eagle Rock, we're pretty far away from all the action. Do you need a bodyguard here, or would you be more comfortable with him guarding one of us?
Well, I was planning on just taking my gear in one of my SUVs and being close by, because I want to be able to respond, and also having one of us in a vehicle to pick somebody up real quick and relocate might actually be a good idea.
That's an excellent idea.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
If you want to keep him with me to bodyguard the command and control, that's fine. If you want to keep him with you or whoever, I'm just thinking using him defensively is probably a better option.
Agreed. Lakshmi, where are you going to be? Are you going to be fighting with us, or are you going to be at mission control with our good friend here?
I think it just takes one to monitor, and I have a taste for blood.
Good. Sammy, darling, you will be on guard duty, protecting my good friend Felix here. Make sure no harm comes to him.
He's safe with me.
That's what I like to hear. All right, let's get moving. The night is young and not getting any younger.
Okay. So you guys head off to one of your caches and equip yourselves, and then just kind of roughly, are you going to kind of stay southish, southeastish, eastish? How are you going to be together? Are you going to?
Well, I think we need to be near Jim since he's monitoring the situation, and then from there he can deploy us where we need to be. I'm thinking maybe if we just park kind of maybe near, underneath the bridge off the road.
I think a really good option is to park over, oddly enough, by Orange Grove, because that gives us a lot of options. You can get on the freeway easily. You can get deeper into Pasadena off side streets.
Yeah, that's a good call.
There's a lot of area that you can cover straight from there.
Okay.
and it's enough detached, so it's unlikely that they'll engage with it.
Okay. So you are now, Jim. How are you set up to sort of see what's going on and everything?
So I have multiple laptops set up in the back of the SUV, and they are linked into the drones.
Okay.
That I have over the area, and I have sort of like a headset mic set up to be able to communicate easily with everybody. What else? And okay, does anybody want this briefcase? It has the ultrasonic thingamajigger.
Ooh, sounds fun.
Oh, there you go. And I go over how to set it up and stuff. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
So what exactly am I doing with this thing?
Well, this thing emits a high-frequency ultrasound burst, and actually it's extremely potent, and it will deter anything that can hear up into that range. So things like dogs, bats, all of the animalism craziness that we expect from our gang girlfriends.
Fantastic.
It kind of works in a cone, so you have to point it at what you want it to do.
That explains the big speaker in it then.
Yeah.
I think before we head off into battle, Anna Sophia is going to do a prayer about it, grabbing a pair of rifles and holding them together to form an upside-down cross as she does so. And may I roll to get a premonition?
Of course. Yeah, sure.
Hold on, I forgot how this works. Okay, so Auspex plus Resolve.
I don't remember either. Let me check the rules real quick.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Pooja to do some awesome ritual that like levels half of LA.
She was extremely combat effective in the last combat.
Spitting blood.
I did not realize how effective Tremere are in combat. I don't know if it was like that in earlier versions, but that's like gangrel level effectiveness.
Well, I had good rolls too, like in terms of being able to, because everything I do is opposed.
Right.
So I can be really effective, or
The general rule in most of the games I play is kill the wizard first.
Right.
Kill the healer first.
Is she rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the cheat sheet to.
Okay, yeah, I'm reading it right now. Whenever the storyteller deems it appropriate, this power gives the character a sudden hint that aids them in some way, letting them find a clue they've missed or saving them from danger. Whether it gives a character a sudden vision of themselves walking into a trap, an inviting red glow over the second right turn during a chase, or a brief flash of a skeleton beneath the floorboards in the prince's office. This power always gives the storyteller a license to subtly speed up play or move the story onto the desired track. Oh, it's the railroading power. This suggests,
For you.
the suggested limit is one premonition per scene, even if more than one character has premonition.
Cool. Okay, so I got 5 successes.
Okay. That's a resolve plus auspex.
Yes.
Okay. You are driving down. Let me find it. Hold on a second. I'm looking for something specific. Hold on.
Sam, occasionally when you move, your background cuts out, and there's like a figure or something over your left shoulder, and it's kind of unnerving. It's kind of cool.
It looks like
every
a
now and
ghost.
again, it's like, oh my god, there's a
You know
ghost.
what that
in
looks
there's
like?
somebody behind you.
That's what it would look like if someone is phasing in and out of our reality from a fifth spatial dimension.
I'm assuming you have a form back there, but it's occasionally it just sort of that right there it phases out.
I would assume that it would be a piece of paper with a pencil sticking through it.
No, that's just what it looks like from the people who live on the paper.
We are the people who live on the paper.
Yeah, but it's a two-dimensional representation of 3 dimensions. Okay.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Exist on paper.
So you're driving north on Brand Boulevard in Glendale, and you pass by Porto's Bakery on the left side, and you see sitting at a table out in front of the place, you see some vampires that you do not recognize.
Oh.
And one of them sort of like raises a glass to you to toast you or something.
Interesting.
And they seem to have shit-eating grins.
Okay. And does this vision look like do I get a sense of when this is?
In the future, perhaps a day, a night, perhaps sooner.
I'll relay this information to the crew.
Okay.
I finish speaking in Latin with my eyes rolled back in my head.
Okay, can you do me a favor and reconnect because your sound is getting weird again?
Yep, be right back.
Thank you.
Well, at least she didn't die. I guess if she's getting the vision.
Still, makes me wonder who these vampires are. My gut tells me Atriarchs, which means that maybe our current plan of action may not be the best.
I say we stick with the plan. It's too late to alter it, and we just need to know what's going to happen. We can't just not do it. We have to see what's going on. We may very well lose our. We have to see what's going on, one step at a time.
Oh, she can't just come right back in. I have to let her in. There she is.
Ah,
There you are.
I've returned.
Okay. So what are you guys going to do with the premonition? Just since she wasn't connected.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Clearly, she's alive and driving in Glendale at some point in the future. We don't know about the rest of us, though.
Yes, it does not bode well for the success of our evening.
Agreed.
I think all of this just basically states that we need to have a heightened sense of vigilance, and we need to look out for our safety in surviving this situation.
So effectively, no one be a hero.
There's no reason to be. Because frankly, if this is already a foregone conclusion about who's going to win, we need to prepare ourselves for the scenario if that actually happens.
And staying out of the fray would give us be in a more diplomatic position should this go awry for Miroslav.
True. So perhaps we should just try to pick off any that we can, but if we seem overrun, no reason to stay.
Okay, so you guys are sort of kind of patrolling up and down Orange Grove Boulevard, which is just a little bit east of the freeway, and Felix is in. I'm assuming you own a van.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was really just my thought that we're all hanging out in the van until he gives us more intel about what's going on.
Okay.
From there, we can deploy our forces.
Got
I don't
it.
want to be walking around Orange Grove Boulevard with an M16 and a bandolero full of tracer bullets.
Got it. Okay. So on the drone monitors, you can see there's like 2 rows of black SUVs coming up, driving sort of staggered, but all pretty much close together. It looks blatantly like it's some kind of convoy.
Coming up from where?
It's south on the 210 freeway.
Okay.
So it's coming out of the valley, and then all hell breaks loose. You think you see the tracings of rocket launchers, and shit is literally erupting, and these SUVs are getting blown up. Some of the rounds seem to be hitting just underneath it to kind of flip the thing over. You do see 2 of them kind of very quickly like veer off the off ramp and end up exiting like what would that be, like
Linda Vista?
well, not like Woodbury.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah. So you do see some that get off the freeway, and then that's kind of, I mean, probably your easternmost drone can catch the thing driving kind of parallel to the freeway, and it looks like it is sort of heading towards, like it's approaching Lincoln, so it's probably a couple blocks away at this point from Orange Grove.
What was the name of the was it the Hound?
Oh, I have that. Anna Tremont.
Do we want to contact her and let her know what's going on? I know it's a little late now, but I'm sure she knows.
She was out here. I'm sure she knows.
Yeah, I think we're kind of past like call mommy and daddy. We either follow that SUV and see if it continues to elude the toys, or we wait longer.
I say we pursue that SUV. I have a feeling that this little thing might just be a diversion for something else.
It makes sense. There was nothing there attempting to hide. They were a sitting duck target. I wouldn't be surprised to see nothing but ghouls in that SUV.
I completely agree. I think this whole thing is just completely too easy. I mean, Gangrel themselves can just literally disappear into mist. Why would they get into a car?
So
Faster.
do you think that we should pursue this and let the toys take on the main force, or do we let this pass by us as well?
I would like to confirm if my suspicions are correct.
Okay. So
Stu, I'm going to call my main ghoul and tell him to evacuate the house and go elsewhere.
Okay.
So we can probably intercept this SUV. It is going to hit stoplights very soon. If it's going to start going through Lincoln and stuff, we could probably catch it.
Would I be remiss in assuming that your new-to-be ghoul, Joey, might be at the driver's seat of this car?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's fair.
So what is the... Okay, so that was on the freeway coming in from the valley, like 210, correct?
Yeah.
So what is what are other entrance points into Pasadena besides... We've got the 210...
Or the 134.
The 134... Well, the 134, kind of hits the 210 around there?
Yes,
well,
in Pasadena, but
that's a couple miles south of there, yeah.
Yeah, but further west, it's wide open. So yeah, they could be coming in that way too.
Well, we should monitor the 134 and then any overland ways that they might be getting through. This doesn't feel right to me.
No, me either.
And Felix, can you enlist the help of your parents? I'm concerned that it might be something that they could sense that the drones would overlook.
Sure, they're in position around here.
I just, once you're caught in a trap, it becomes much easier to sense others.
Your parrots don't notice anything unusual around the sort of Rose Bowlish area.
Birds don't seem to see anything unusual in this particular area, but I did focus their attention to the Rose Bowl portion of Pasadena. So if things are going on elsewhere,
if the Rose Bowl is the diversion, draw your forces here while the actual attack is elsewhere, then where is elsewhere? And I'm asking that kind of out of character because, geography ain't my strong suit.
no, I mean that's exactly the point. That's how we have to attack this. If this isn't the real target, we should try to discern what the actual real target is, and where are the points of vulnerability, and where are the points where the Anarchs would. Where would they go to get the most gain? And going after the vampires that reside here is the top thing on my list right now. Any other suggestions?
Burbank is anarchy territory, correct?
Yep, that's right on the edge.
What if they were coming through Griffith Park to come to Glendale?
Entirely possible.
Well, we've already tracked activity there. We did find what's his face near Griffith Park.
Yeah.
There's a lot of open spaces through there. There's the cemetery, there's Griffith Park, there's the zoo. That's all pretty much empty, and they could easily just slither their way right through there.
And based on the vision, I mean, you saw the other vamps in our territory.
In Glendale on Brand Boulevard.
Yeah.
And
Hollywood Way.
We might want to make a quick detour over there, or
Agreed.
hold a drone ferret.
agreed.
But that may be better to backtrack and protect our area in case this is not the target.
Can we get the parrots over there as the parrot flies to see what's going on?
Sure, I'll send him over there.
Okay.
Just maybe some.
I think we may want to head over there anyway, based on Anna Sophia's premonition and the lack of interesting things happening here. It seems to be the most likely target, and better to protect our own home.
I'm gonna also text my herd and tell them to take our priest friend and just go hang out in the catacombs, the most secure part of the cathedral, just in case.
Okay. All right. So the birds kind of get over. They start flying west, kind of over the 134 freeway, and they do spot some things kind of like you that seem to be moving southeast in the upper portions of Glendale.
Well, the parrots do see some kindred moving into the northern part of Glendale.
We should make all haste.
Just remind me, is Glendale Anarch territory, or is it still?
No,
okay, all right.
that's basically kind of your turf. I mean,
Right, it's kind of
your hangout area. Well, Atwater Village is just kind of the southern part of it.
yeah.
Well, but I mean, I'm assuming that all you feed in wherever you want in Glendale.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that we had talked about it, considering we have the whole of, like, our territory covers, like, most of South Glendale into Atwater.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. My haven is in Glendale. We're going to Glendale.
Well, yeah, the Americana, I would put that in the northern part.
Right.
Because it's north of Colorado. So, all right, so you guys are going to start heading that way?
Yeah.
And Joey's ghoul is driving? I can't remember. What is his character's name? I don't remember.
Samuel Cartwright.
Samuel Cartwright.
Sammy boy.
Do we want to alert either Paul Morphy or Anna Tremont that there are some unfamiliar kindred infiltrating?
I think we should text Anna and just say it's possible. Just we have suspicious activity, possibility of a two-pronged attack.
Yeah, because remember, we're not supposed to really know anything about the attack at the Rose Bowl. So maybe acting as if, hey, we spotted these, we're checking them out.
Well, the explosions kind of got our attention, you know?
I mean, she knows that we know.
Well, she knows that I know, but she doesn't necessarily know that I shared any information with you.
She knows.
So you should text her then.
I'll do that. I'll text Anna Tremont.
Okay, and what are you saying specifically?
Unknown Kindred coming into Glendale. How are things going at the Rose Bowl?
Okay. Message received. And you get the 3 little rippling ellipses.
Mm-hmm.
She's typing. And finally it says, shit, with an exclamation point.
Well, it looks like we got the jump on this hot scoop.
And then right after that it says, this seemed a little too easy.
We're on it. Text.
Okay. So now you're driving post-haste?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Were we not already driving post haste?
Like double post haste.
Okay.
Like Better Express expedited shipping post haste.
It's only 4 miles. I mean, by the time you're done texting, we'll be getting off the freeway.
Yeah.
Well, especially right now with limited traffic because of,
And it's night.
Explosions.
And Sammy wants to know, where am I going specifically? Where?
Exit Brand Boulevard.
Okay. He gets off at Brand and starts heading south.
Well, were there any discerning landmarks that your parents could have told us about, Felix?
Stu?
Squawk.
They talk.
Yeah, but they don't know what they're saying.
No, they can imitate human speech.
Well, when they're trained. Well, I guess he would have trained them, maybe. I don't know.
How much time did you spend with these parrots, Felix?
Don't kink shame.
Yeah.
A, it's a valuable resource. You can't deny that. And B, I like to plan for contingencies. And C, they have beautiful plumage.
Beautiful plumage.
Norwegian blue and muzzled up those bars and boom.
Majestic creatures.
Boy, I don't know
Majestic. Not the word I would use.
Not when they're flying. But they fly like pigeons. I guess probably like the LA River. I'm trying to think of it, something that that parrots would recognize as a landmark.
Like the zoo with all the animals, maybe?
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be just
the really tall buildings that they like to sit on.
Yeah, it's probably. I'm thinking like the kind of where where Griffith Park is, the sort of northern corner. That's kind of the section where they saw them.
Okay.
So it's kind of where the 5 and the 134 mingle, right by right by the LA Zoo.
Las Villas, yeah.
Yeah.
that big fountain. Parrots like trees, and
Right.
cause I know
Especially
this because when
fruit
you're on the night
trees.
shift, they sit there and wake you up because they're so fucking loud.
Oh yeah, they are. So that's kind of where they saw them.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll head there, and then I guess fan out from there to try to pinpoint the location.
Okay. So you kind of get off at San Fernando Boulevard, and you're kind of going down San Fernando. Howard.
Sorry, before we get to this, Anna Sophia, do you have any kind of way to, besides like drawing it out, to translate a vision, like a face you saw in a vision, to someone else?
Sam, you're muted.
Good question. No. I guess I could describe describe them.
I don't think that would be good enough.
Yeah. Like, I don't have any way to, like, put my thoughts into your brain. Yeah.
I find that oddly comforting.
I said yet.
Well, Felix, do you have a drive-through napkin and a pen that she can borrow?
How about a pad and paper? There you go.
Yeah, I'm pretty decent at art, so do a quick sketch.
Okay. So you're gonna a sketch of the people you saw during your premonition.
Yeah, I mean, I can have been doing this while we're driving.
Okay. No problem.
And I want to run and see if I can use those sketches to, I mean, two things. First, I'm going to ask you if I could use them to illuminate Trail of Prey, if that would be good enough. And if not, I would need to do internet fancy business to see if I could, like, find them, like a picture of them.
Right. I don't.
Do I own that server farm yet?
It's only been like one day. Let me see how maybe. It's in sort of like an escrow thing right now. Probably by tomorrow night you'll own it.
Anna Sophia, was one of the vampires you saw sitting at Porto's, were they all male?
Good question. Let me think back real quick, Stu.
Yes, all three of them were male.
Yeah. Dude.
The text on Trail of Prey says that I need to know them by face.
Okay, well, have Samantha. Is there? You got some kind of art skill, right?
Yeah, I have a craft skill.
Okay.
But what I
You go ahead and roll that plus maybe intelligence.
Okay.
She's doing this on the fly. I think it'd probably be wits.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I agree.
It's the same for me, so that's fine. I got 3 6s.
Okay.
How much more appropriate do you want this to be?
All right, that's enough.
Forget your hunger die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my hunger die was neutral.
Okay. All right. So I would say yeah, she does an accurate enough picture that you can use it for that trace.
Cool. Y'all do stuff while I roll the half dozen rolls I have to do to figure out if I can get this.
I have an idea that I can roll past you.
Please do.
What if we do something fairly chaotic and attention attracting over here to call in a lot of extra law enforcement.
I don't know what 6 of us could do against, the Gangrel Bruja Nation. So yeah, anything we can do to get more eyes here and help diffuse this would be good.
Well, there is a brewery right here off of San Fernando Boulevard. Perhaps another mild explosion. Alcohol's relatively flammable.
You're gonna blow up the pub at Golden Road? You fucker.
Or what if we just incite the humans inside the pub to follow their natural instincts? Cause a ruckus.
Fine.
I also like it.
Your audio is degraded again. Can you log out and log back in again? I'll watch the thing this time.
I succeeded.
Okay.
Barely, but I succeeded.
And that gives you like a visual, like a line. I'm trying to remember. Does it give you like a path or something?
Yeah, basically, I can see the path that traveled by the prey, and it's visible all night.
Okay. All right. So you see, you're headed. You're basically getting off the freeway to get to San Fernando Road to head south, and you see the now it goes in a direct line.
No, I can see faint traces left by them.
Okay.
So, like, basically, we come across anywhere where they've been, and then I can follow that too.
Got it. Okay. All right. So you see these faint traces as soon as you get on San Fernando Road, and you're south of the 134 freeway. And you're headed down the street. You pick up those traces, and you follow them, and then they kind of. You guys are on a major street, and they kind of veer off to the right, but there's no actual street there to make a turn on, but it's right into the to Golden Road.
See, I was right to try to blow that up.
That's your answer to everything. That's your answer to everything.
No, he has fuck it too.
Or fuck, comma, it.
Exactly. Personally, I applaud your versatility.
So the trail is going to Golden Road? What is that?
It's like a pub brewery. It's a large sort of restaurant, microbrewery pub. It's a big place. It's a big tin shed.
Oh, it's that place that's off the service road back, like, in that border between... Okay, cool.
It's right near the Sinalese.
Samuel, stop the car.
He's my ghoul. Sammy, darling, stop the car.
He stops the car slightly farther down the road than you would prefer that he stop the car. Lakshmi.
Useless. Humans are useless. And I get out.
Okay.
And I follow that trail into the Golden Road. Or at least, actually, first I'm going to just do like a little sweep around the outside and see if it leads away again.
No,
Does that make sense?
It looks like it terminates inside. You don't see you see it go in like the main entrance, and you don't see any lines coming back out.
Okay. Gonna go in.
Okay.
What the hell's she doing? Should we follow her?
I'm following her.
I'm staying in the van because, face.
Good call. Sammy, darling, make sure nothing happens to Felix. I've grown accustomed to his face. It almost makes the day begin.
I've grown accustomed to her face.
Okay. So the place is packed. It's Saturday night, after all. Tons of people inside. And this will directly lead you right up to them.
Yeah. Even in crowded cities, even in mobs,
Okay.
I can see the trail left by my prey.
Okay. It goes inside, and then it kind of moves around a lot, like he was mingling with people. And then it goes, and it seems to have terminated inside the men's room.
Well then.
Yeah. Only one thing to do.
I will go ahead and enter the men's room.
I mean, we're all entering the men's room. I don't give a damn.
All right.
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
who's gonna care? Some Kine?
more the merrier.
Okay. And just as you enter into the restroom, you see a guy come out of one of the stalls, and he kind of looks at you and goes, "Hey," and walks over to wash his hands.
Do I recognize him as any of the dudes from my vision?
Spitting image of the one that she put a trace on.
Is he Kindred? No, he must be Kine then.
Does anyone have aspects to know for sure? I mean, you could take his temperature.
I have heightened senses with aspects. I don't know if that helps in this case.
I have sense the unseen.
Same.
That's the aspects thing.
Well, I'm
Give
putting
him a little
aspects.
nibble. You'll know.
Well, with heightened senses, you can hear if he has a heartbeat, or you can see if he has.
That was kind of my thought. The vampire senses sharpened to a preternatural degree, giving them the ability to see in pitch darkness, hear ultrasonic frequencies, and smell the fear of cowering prey.
Okay.
That's kind of the elevator pitch of power.
Yeah, you can make a what is it? Wits plus resolve.
Confirming, yeah, wits plus resolve. Ooh, those are not great for me, I don't think. Nope, that's... And I don't add my aspect rating to that, right? Just wits plus resolve?
Yeah, wits plus resolve.
Okay, and then I want to add my hunger die.
There you go.
And just to double check, when Anna Sophia had her vision, she saw 3 Kindred at Portos.
Yes.
Cool. Just making sure I wasn't crazy.
That's 3 successes with a 3 on the hunger die.
Okay. You don't. I'm trying to think how he would. You get close to him to see if you feel body heat, or how are you? Or do you want to try to scare him and see if you get the smell of fear?
Oh no, I have no problem getting up and close with people.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna get up and close and maybe where did he go to wash his hands after he left the stall?
He went to go wash his hands.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna get to the sink next to him.
Okay.
And kind of give him that Spider-Verse. Hey.
Right. Okay. He's room temperature.
Wait.
Yes.
Uh-oh, I think we lost Pooja.
Yep.
Oh, she froze.
Yep.
That's a great picture, though.
Yeah, it is.
Pooja, come back. You can blame it all on me.
I was wrong, and I just can't live
Are you back?
without you.
Yeah, she's back.
There you are.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Because you froze right after wait.
Oh, I know. I was saying, were you Miles Hay or were you like Uncle Aaron Hay?
Oh no, hold on, Uncle Aaron, hey. Toreador. I know what I'm doing.
It's important to know.
Well, I assumed you knew. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so he's room temperature.
Yes.
Cool. Haven't seen you around here before. Are you new?
Oh, yeah, visiting.
I would like to try to seduce him into basically distract him into seduction.
Okay.
Or seduce him into distraction, I suppose.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and I'm guessing charisma plus seduction.
Yep.
Sick. 3, 4. Okay. Let's roll these bones. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes with a 10 on the hunger die, but it's the only 10.
Okay, so you're safe. Also got 5 successes. I'm gonna make that a deadlock.
Okay.
Stu rolls the best when it comes to contested rolls. You've always been burying us.
I know, it's gross.
Sorry.
It is. It is.
Well, I'd like to see you around a bit more.
Oh, I will. Yeah, yeah. I'll be around a lot. Excuse me. Yeah. He walks out the door.
Well, that's our man, or Kindred. I suggest you go after him.
I mean, you may not have been able to seduce him, but, like, can one of you catch him on the way out? I mean, you weren't was Colin the only one to...
No, I think a whole bunch of you went into the men's room.
No, I didn't. No. I'm still outside.
I was in there, but using unseen presence. When he goes to leave, I just block the door.
All right, okay. That would break unseen presence. That would bring you back to the.
Yeah, that's
make you
fine. I don't mind if he
visible.
sees me. I just want him to know he's not.
Okay. So he bumps into you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me," and he tries to get by you.
All right, we're gonna try this again. But first, we're gonna do a bit of an awe. We're gonna put some awe on it. Let's see if I can awe this ass into things.
Into submission?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Is that under dumb? No, that's
It's under presence. Yeah, hold on, I got it pulled up here.
Aw.
So it's manipulation plus presence versus composure plus intelligence. Manipulation, which is 3. Presence, which is 3. Okay. And hopefully this will get me try to get a better handle on him after the fact. That is it a 7 or higher to succeed, or a 6 or higher?
6 or higher.
That is 3 successes to awe him.
He's got a 4. He's
You
only got 4 fingers.
monster!
What the?
And I
Dear
put
unbelievable.
Lord, Stu.
I roll amazing when I'm resisting stuff. I don't know why.
Alright, I try to do this nicely. I want everybody to remember that. I try to do this nicely.
So he is now going to try to force his way past you, Anna Sophia.
Can I try to compel him not to do that?
You can. Yeah, you may make that attempt. Absolutely. And let's see. Make sure I got the right section here.
Actually, can I just use persuasion? What would I roll if I wanted to just, like, talk to him, like, persuasion style?
Yeah, you could use persuasion plus charisma, I suppose. You just want to, well, or you can let him go by and just walk with him, if you just want to strike up a conversation or attempt to.
He probably has friends, though. I like keeping this guy by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could try to mesmerize him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and compel him to stay and talk to us for a minute.
Okay. So you're gonna use dominate?
Yeah.
So it's resolve plus intimidation versus wits plus awareness.
Yeah.
Two.
I'm rolling resolve plus intimidation.
Is that what I said? Yeah, resolve plus intimidation.
Three.
Ha-ha!
Was who does the tie go to?
No, you had 2, Stu.
Oh, I had 2. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. All right. So he is. Just check. I'm reading real quick. Hold on a second. So it basically allows you to give him a single command.
Can that command be stay in this bathroom and tell us what you're doing here? Or if that's 2 things, just tell me what you're doing here.
Well, you can't. It says you can't use dominate to extract information as the victim becomes a mindless puppet while under its influence. So you can tell him to stay.
Okay. Is it extracting information if I tell him to stay and answer questions?
Yes, because he becomes a mindless puppet while under its influence.
Not my questions, but okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to stay.
Okay. It actually gives an example. It says compelling someone to speak results in babbling word salad.
Do you maybe want to instruct him to come with me, and we can take him back to the car and maybe interrogate him there? Or come with you, I suppose.
Yeah, that's probably a better course of action, huh? Okay, let's have him come with us.
Okay, so you're going to tell him to follow you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then you go back out of the men's room, go back to the van. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll kind of put on a bit of a show in case his friends are watching to kind of make it look like my seduction works.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me to make a roll. But
Yeah,
I'm
make
gonna
that
try
roll.
to...
Make that roll. Performance? Would that be performance?
Oh yeah, I can do performance.
Okay.
Let's do performance. Performance, charisma, or manipulation?
Manipulation.
All right. And hunger die. Okay. That is 4 successes with a 4 on the hunger die.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, you walk out with him.
Great.
Someone make like a what was that? Awareness plus wits. Whoever's walking out last.
Well,
You can do that.
Stu, when they're walking out, do I see them walking out with this guy?
Yes.
I'm going to obfuscate myself in the car.
Okay.
yeah, my plan was to be sort of milling around out front, pretending to be on my cell phone and watching what was going on.
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
You do see a couple people that you kind of recognize from your premonition who do like take note of the fact that you're leaving with him, but they don't get up to do anything. They just kind of look over and then look away.
Okay, I'll note their location inside the brewery, and then when we get outside, I'll kind of whisper an aside to Colin and Lakshmi where those people are.
Okay. All right, so you walk outside and pass that information along.
Yeah.
All right, and then you guys are now at the van. Samuel is still in the driver's seat, I assume.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
I'm going to scratch our mystery vamp.
You gonna scratch him?
Yeah.
Like to get blood?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need a drop.
One second, Sam. What did you say you were going to alert who?
Colin and Lakshmi, because you weren't with us.
Right. No, I'm out front.
If you were up front, then I would have told you where they were.
Okay. So I'll stay and keep an eye on them while you guys go do this. Okay.
Okay, cool. I just need a drop of blood.
Okay, you have that drop of blood.
Okay, I'm gonna do a taste for blood.
What's that do?
You can tell me all kinds of basic traits about the person to whom it belongs.
Okay.
I got 4 successes.
Okay, is that resisted? Or no?
Let me double check, but I think no.
It's kind of a cool power.
It's kind of terrifying.
It's just lick something and you can know all about them. Yeah.
Hey, blood sorcery.
Yeah, I can determine resonance intent. Oh, that's human. I can determines relative blood potency, whether the subject has ever committed diablerie, the generation within one of the vampire.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Does it determine clan too?
No, it won't. Like, I don't think there's anything that would. Like, even on a critical success, that's not. This is like basic information.
It's still really cool.
Yes.
Blood potency is 3.
Oh my.
Where's the generation table?
Well, I feel better about not being able to awe him.
Generation is 12. What else do you get to find out?
Whether he's diablerized?
Yes.
You have been very, very naughty.
How long does the dominate thing last? Is it
It's
for a scene?
No more than a single scene.
Okay, so it's a scene. So he's still kind of waiting for you to keep moving so he can follow you. But he's just standing there. He's unresponsive, basically.
Do we have anything pointy? We could just like stick this guy with
I'm
Tire iron in the trunk's pointy.
reasonable. Who's got the best arm strength? Probably not me.
Lloyd.
Yeah, but I'm not at the truck. I'm still milling around out front watching the other guys.
He's an Anarch. Why not just give him the true death?
Because we need his information. We should take him along when we go to follow up with where these other, with where the parrots saw the others coming in.
I suppose. I have strength 2, athletics 2. I don't know how that helps any.
What would we roll if we wanted to show this guy the pointy end of the tire iron?
You mean to try to stake him?
Yeah, kind of put him in torpor.
I do believe it still needs to be wood. It needs to be wood. So you'll need. We can sort of assume that. I don't know. You guys have to kind of decide this for yourselves. Are you the kind of vampires that always keep wooden stakes around, or are you the kind of vampires who would never keep wooden stakes around?
I mean, wouldn't we have brought some with us? We're looking to mop up other kindred.
It's logical.
That's a good point.
Okay. All right. Well, he's not resisting because he's still waiting to be told to move. So I would say you could just see if it tells me. I'm sure I put that in here somewhere. Go ahead and roll. I'd make it brawl plus probably strength.
Okay.
But you need to put a lot of effort into it. So I would say maybe if someone is willing to make a rouse roll to just dump a little extra strength.
And it would be brawl, not athletics.
I have brawl, of strength 3, and potence. I'll do it.
Go for it.
Plus, you're invisible, so we won't see it coming.
I did pick up Unseen Passage.
What are the guys, the other guys in the brewery doing?
Oh, they seem to be talking to people. Looks like they're definitely poaching.
Right.
I mean, they're looking for food.
They don't seem overly concerned about their missing companion yet.
No, I mean well, I don't know if you might have. I don't know if you would have seen it. Oh, they have that big roll up door there.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see
4
inside the whole
successes and a
thing.
7 on my hunger die for the staking, by the way.
Okay, all right. He's staked. He's now in.
But yeah, basically, we're everybody's standing there trying to decide we need to stake him, and then all of a sudden, the stake just appears in him.
Perfect.
So
Fantastic.
yeah,
Let's load him and go.
when you left, you may have noticed them. Like they glanced over and saw him leave, but they didn't think anything of it.
I don't know if we should leave yet. There are more of them here.
I don't feel like one's enough. I mean, the other two are hunting, and they seem not at all concerned. I'm more concerned about the underground.
Correction. The other two are poaching on our territory.
And we definitely have bigger fish to fry.
Although,
Anyway, I've seen them now. I can always track them down.
They've also seen you.
The idea of anarchs swimming in our waters does not sit well with me, especially this close to my haven where I hunt. Mind you, the bar is currently filled with nothing but 6s and 7s, but there may be a 9 that comes in eventually, which makes me want to make an appearance.
they're also so bold about it. I mean, this one wasn't even concerned to find us interrogating him in the bathroom.
I would think that it would be a good idea to keep this one and set an example with the other two.
Agreed.
Yes.
Fine. I'm still concerned about what the parrots saw.
These are what the parrots saw, no? The parrots led us here,
The
along with
spirits are
yours.
somewhat unspecific. The parrots said that they saw those that stink of us in this area.
Was it this area? I mean, they saw them up near
They saw
the
them while
zoo.
they saw them while they were traveling towards this area. They were in movement
And they're not
moving.
far from the zoo.
and moving south towards this direction was the instruction that we got from them.
True.
Yeah, you are hundreds of yards away from the zoo entrance at this pub.
Is it really that close? It doesn't feel that close.
It's very close. I'm looking at a map
It's
right now.
really
It's
close.
super
Oh,
close.
okay.
As
then
someone,
never mind.
like,
Sorry.
as odd
Once
as
again,
it is, we're currently playing like in my literally my backyard.
I know, and considering how many years I lived there, like I should have a better
Technically, it's
like
about
idea
2,000.
of where things are.
The zoo entrance is about 2,000 feet away from the pub.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go kill these guys.
So you guys
No
gonna
one
go,
fucks with us.
so you guys gonna go back inside?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on them, so
Yeah,
it's
you
like
know
when
where they are.
When
They're-
they show up, I'm like, they're in there. They don't even look concerned. You want to lead another one out?
I don't. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go back invisible. Where
Okay.
we go?
Do you guys need to make rouse checks when you turn invisible, or is it just you just do it automatically?
No, most of the obfuscate stuff is pretty free.
Okay.
It's just my stuff that has to make rest check for everything.
Rouse checks are awesome. The best part.
Well, usually passive effects don't really require a rouse roll. It's more when you're actually trying to do something to someone or make a larger splash.
Got it. Okay. You're muted.
Book of Shadows is free, but if you want to move around invisibly, that Unseen Passage has a rouse check.
Okay. All right.
Is
So-
there any?
They're in there with a bunch of other humans. Do we want to try to lead them both out, or can we get them one by one, or do you want to just confront them and tell them, come with us? We need to talk to you. How do you want to play this?
I have an idea. Is there a way to make me appear as prey to them?
That's obfuscate 3. I don't have it.
Damn it.
You might be able to rouse the blood so you have a heartbeat and your temperature goes up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, let's try that. I'm gonna try that.
That's a rouse check.
That's fine. That's just a 1d10, right?
Yep.
So excited about these, and it makes me so happy.
Well, that's a 1, so my hunger goes up, right?
Yep,
That's how rouse
it
works?
goes up.
Okay. I'm at hunger 2, which is fine.
But you also get now you have a pulse and a body, at least some body heat, and the color comes back to your cheeks.
Okay. My thought is to try to do a bit of get help. They saw me walk out with him. Maybe I come rushing back in saying, this person just tried to attack me. Someone call the police, which will rouse them to come to me, in theory. And maybe I can lead them back out to the rest of you.
We could just wait too. I don't know. I feel like there's an entire bar full of humans, and this could get really messy really quickly if we're not very careful.
Right, but I think making them more enticed to follow me by having to clean up their friend's mess may work better than just going in blind.
Yeah, but also one of the main weapons of the Anarchs is constantly breaking the Masquerade and causing us problems. And this is right in our backyard, so we need to tread a little bit carefully.
That is a good point.
We could simply wait them out and wait till they come out to find their friend. They're gonna eventually get curious what happened to him.
I kind of feel like that's the safest thing to do with 2 people hidden and such. Maybe we can surprise them, jump them, and stake them. Or one of us can keep them busy while the others sneak in behind and stake them. But I would like to get them away from these people and away from any potential of breaking the Masquerade or the potential of using them as...
Does the stake dude have a cell phone?
Yeah.
I'm gonna... can I open it, unlock it with his thumbprint or whatever?
Yep. What? Do vampire
Face
thumbprints
recognition,
work on those?
thumbprint.
Yeah, probably facial recognition, because I don't know if vampire thumbprints, because it might rely on the heat.
The one on the Pixel is an ultrasound one.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm just going to go ahead and give a little ringy-dingy to the last number he called.
Okay.
Then I'm going to look and see inside and see if anybody picks up a phone.
It's ringing, and no one inside seems to be picking up a phone.
Next number.
Okay. Bzz, bzz. One of them reaches into his pocket and pulls his phone out. Yeah. You're muted.
Muted. You're muted.
I go, ow! They'll be out in a second.
Okay. So you did that from inside the van?
Yep.
Okay. one of the two of them does that sort of thing where they put two fingers and it does the whistle thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The real loud one. And the other guy looks up, and who's standing out in front of the pub, in front of the big roll-up door?
I don't know if any of us are, because we kind of all
Stork's
three of us went to the bathroom, kind of followed him back to the van.
Floyd
So
definitely is.
Maybe Floyd.
Yeah, he's definitely there. And the rest of you are out over by the van? Are you in it,
I think so.
outside of it?
I know I'm outside of it. I didn't get in the van.
Yeah.
Outside the van, obfuscated.
I'm looking real kiney.
Okay. I got it. Oh, you got to wait till Stork comes back.
I, on the other hand, just look like a really great yoga instructor.
Yeah,
You may have heard of me.
I'm here. I heard. Yeah, so I would have been outside for sure.
Yeah,
that's what I was doing.
You're
I was
outside,
watching these
so
guys,
you see one of them pick up his phone, and then he like turns over or looks over to the other guy you're watching, and does the whistling thing with his two fingers.
Okay.
And
I heard all that.
Yes, and make wits plus awareness.
Who's making this test?
Floyd is.
Okay.
1, 2. One success.
Okay. I guess that's enough. The one of them disappears and like immediately appears like 10 feet behind you, like looking out towards the street where your van is parked.
Great. What can I do? Suppose. Can I stake him from behind? Being a doctor, I know exactly where to place it.
You can try. You can certainly try.
Are there a lot of people watching?
There's.
We see where kind of a darkened area out there.
That's a sort of patio area, kind of over by where the valet is. There's not a lot of people there, but I mean, there's.
Stu, do I see this person looking out towards us?
Yes.
I'm going to take this dude's arm and sort of wave it out the window.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do it turn by turn now. So is anyone else? Who else is doing something? Because there's no real.
Okay, so I actually don't know what's going on in the van yet.
No.
So I'm
all you saw one guy pick up a phone, whistle to the other guy, and the guy he whistled to, boop, popped outside.
Did we hear a torpid dude's phone go off?
Well, no, you didn't hear his phone go off. You heard.
No, I stole his phone and called them.
Ah, my bad. This is what
They're-
happens when you have to go to the bathroom.
They'll be out here in a second. Guys, be ready.
Okay, so I'm just gonna look between this guy who's 10 feet behind me and then the guy who's also in the restaurant and look kind of astonished. So I'm doing one of those head swivels. So I guess my turn is to see what's going on with the other guy.
Okay. The other guy is standing up, and he looks like he's walking briskly without looking like he's running towards the same entrance, like he's following the other guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite my tongue and turn my blood into venom.
Okay.
I think at this point it'd be best to cause a bit of confusion. So I'm going to tell my ghoul to just get in the back, be safe, and then I'm going to. I assume, Jim, you put the guy whose arm you're waving out the window in the passenger seat, probably.
No, he's on passenger side, rear seat.
Great. I will straddle this torpid man.
Okay.
So that when they discover us, they'll think we're in flagrante delicto and give you guys an opportunity to get a bit of a surprise.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that. Would that be subterfuge? No, it wouldn't be. Subterfuge is the... No, yeah, it'd be subterfuge, right? Yeah? Deception?
Yeah, he's trying to
Performance.
deceive somebody. Performance would work too.
Yeah, performance plus manipulation.
Cool. 3 and... Oh, wait. I have 2 hunger die now.
Yay!
That's not great. That is 1 success with a 5 and a 4 on the hunger die.
I got 3.
You know, your performance is really just based on how well your scene partner's doing, and I'm literally acting against a brick wall. So, dead fish.
Right.
But I'm doing my best.
Okay. It looks very Weekend at Bernie's.
That's fine.
Okay. So everyone's
Hey, it worked in that movie.
in the process of doing something, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the other guy makes it out, and he's passing you. They haven't really noticed you yet, Floyd.
Right. Right.
And the other, the one that blinked out. He blinks over. He blinks over like 30 feet in front of the van.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till this other guy gets further away, maybe into the because it should get pretty dark out there, right? Between the cars and stuff.
Well, I mean, there's street lights. It's not super dark, but I mean, it certainly if people aren't inside that place, there's not at this time of night. There's no one out there.
Okay, so what I want to do is wait till he gets further away, and then I want to blink to him and knock him down.
Which one? The guy that just blinked?
The guy that's going slow. No.
Okay, the guy
that
that's coming in.
Yep. There, 4 of them are over there by the van. I'm alone with this other dude in the parking lot.
Got
right?
it. Yes.
So I'm going to try to take that dude out.
Okay, so you're basically going to wait kind of till he gets out closer. Out of, okay, all right.
A little further away till you get like in between cars or it's dark or something, and then I want to blink to him or blink past him and knock him over.
Okay, let's do that right now. So he's
All right.
he's kind of in a spot where he's not visible.
Right. How do you want to?
You got to do a rouse check for your blink,
Right.
and then you can cover in a straight line only up to 50 meters instantly.
Okay.
And
I
you can still
succeeded in my
attack.
blink.
Okay, so you're right next to him. Well, but not it succeeds whether you make the rouse check or not. It's just whether it costs you an extra hunger.
Okay.
So if
So
you,
it didn't cost hunger. How do
Okay.
you want to do a grapple to knock him down?
I would just make it a brawl. You're just trying to knock. If you're just trying to trying to
Yeah.
hurt him.
I want to. Well, hurting him would be fine, but really I want to put him down on the ground so I can attack him better.
Yeah, I would say strength plus brawl.
Ooh, we like those.
Let me see what I have for dice too.
There's I don't know if there's
Shit.
okay. Ooh, 4 successes.
That's the worst roll I've had so far. Only 1 success. So you got 4.
Oh no.
So you're basically beating. We're going to say you're beating him down because you take the difference in how much you made in successes,
Yeah.
and that's how much damage you do.
So I'm 1 dice short. So hold on 1 minute. 5 successes.
Okay. So he had 1, so subtract 1, so he got 4. So he's taken 4 of the minor-ish damage. I forgot what they call it now.
Superficial?
Superficial, that's it. All right, so you hit him. He hits the ground. Oof. Who's next? And there's no real initiative order. Anyone can go whenever they want, or I can just call names. I'll start at the top left. Colin.
All right. Well, do I know that this performance is not going over well?
Well, you kind of look over and he's gone. He's not where you had seen him the last time, and you're not really at a good vantage to see where he is now.
Okay. I'm going to take this moment of reprieve to kind of slightly, like, kind of pop my sword out of its sheath
Okay.
and get it ready in case anybody comes up again to attack.
All right.
But yeah, so basically just gonna make it an easy draw.
Okay. Felix. You're muted.
I'm checking this guy's pocket for car keys too.
Yeah, he has. You do find keys, and you got a Honda little remote key fob thing. You're muted.
Cool. I am going to basically just sit in the car, invisible, and wait for something to happen.
Okay. Anna Sophia.
What is the guy that's like down the street from the van doing?
He is looking at you, and he's like 30, maybe 40 feet away. Not super far, but but he's definitely looking at you. He's trying to looks like he's trying to figure out what's going on.
So he's looking at the van.
Yes.
How loud are the guns we have?
Very. Extremely loud.
Yeah, I
Do
don't think.
you mind if I go before you?
No, it's not a good idea. Go.
I am gonna try to catch the eye of the guy who's in front of us now.
Okay.
Blinker.
All right. Well, yeah, he's looking in your direction. Not a problem.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna give him a little like smile and wave.
Okay.
Is it similar to the one that Samantha saw in her vision of him giving us? Asshole.
I mean, we've already staked that guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
He's taken care of. I'm currently on top of that situation.
Ah. And I'm gonna make like a little like, hey, what's up? Like, what are you up to?
Okay. He kind of is looking at you confused. He sees you. He's not really acknowledging you, but he's kind of looking kind of confused. Like he's trying to figure out what's going on and if this is a situation he should like intervene in or run. He's not quite sure yet. That's the reaction you're getting from him.
Great. I'm gonna start to saunter over to him.
Okay.
If I can use the rest of my turn to do that.
Okay,
Like
so-
just slowly. Like I'm not running at him. I'm not threatening.
Okay. So you
I'm
start
pulling full hipster right now.
Okay.
You're vamping. You're vamping him.
You are on fire today, Joey.
Vamping. That was what did I hear that? Was that in I Love Lucy?
Yes. With Tennessee Ernie Ford.
That's right. Are you trying to vamp me?
What are you doing? I'm vamping you.
Okay. Anna Sophia?
So I'm gonna just have grabbed one of those stakes from our van, and since I'm using unseen passage, I'm just gonna follow Lakshmi over there to that
Okay.
guy.
All right. Now, do you have to make a rouse check for unseen passage or no?
I did that.
You did.
already.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So he's looking. And he kind of starts to turn, and then he's like 50 feet farther away from you than he was before. And now he's got a cell phone out.
I want to pull a rifle and shoot him.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, no problem.
Can I take aim? Actually, hold on. Rouse check to be able to move while still invisible. I am good.
Okay. Let me find. the shooting stuff real quick. Okay. The dexterity plus athletics. No, that's defense. It'd be dexterity,
Firearms, right?
dexterity plus firearms, and then for his defense would be dexterity plus athletics. Where is he again?
He is not aware of the attack, just so you know.
Oh, that's right. You're absolutely okay. Go ahead.
That is 3 successes and a 5 on my hunger die.
All right. And somewhere I noted how much damage these things do. Let me find it real quick.
I am using the Bernie Killy vampire rounds.
Right.
A lot. It's all aggravated, if I remember.
It is all aggravated, correct.
And I
It's
thought it was
really
I thought it was like 1d6. Maybe I wrote it down. I think it was like 1d6 of aggravated or something.
No, it's just a flat number. I gotta. Just don't remember.
Luke is taking something stupid like 7 damage each shot.
It might have been. I don't know if it was. Oh, damage. I said damage bonus is plus 4.
Yikes.
So yeah, so I did 7 damage.
So you did 7, which is probably oof. Yeah, that's enough to take him out.
Hurry, grab him and let's go.
Oh, I already grabbed him.
Hey, I'll go get this one.
Okay. So now we're going to go back around. The guy that Stork slammed to the ground, he's going to try to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he? Brawl plus strength. He's basically going to try to turn over and like pop you in the face.
Okay.
So I got 2 successes. So you're going to roll. You are resisting with
Athletics and brawl.
no, yeah, it would
strength?
be strength plus brawl.
Two successes.
What I say? I got 1.
Yes.
Okay, so you actually do 1 point of superficial to him.
Can I stake him?
You may make the attempt to stake him.
What is that? Strength and athletics?
I will read that to you right now because I have
right.
I have that under a specific section called.
I think it was strength and brawl last time.
Either way, it's the same.
But there's a die roll modifier to it, and you have to get a certain amount of damage. Hold on 1 second. There, it's under dangers. Okay. It is a called shot at -2, so you subtract 2 dice from your dice pool. And what I say, brawling plus strength.
That's I think it was last time with Jim.
And if you want, you might, because you're going to need to get 5 points of damage. So you might want to do a rouse check to pump your strength.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I failed, so I now have a point of hunger.
Yep, but you still get the thing.
Okay.
And
then how much does that pump my strength by?
I believe it pumps it by. What's your blood potency? 1 or 2?
2.
2. 1 die. Adds 1 die.
All right. And I need 5.
You need 5 successes.
Oh, wait, what about willpower? Do we want to use willpower?
Oh yeah, every game we forget about willpower. Let me find it. I'm sure
Willpower could be very useful right now, I think.
Yeah, sounds like it.
If I can find willpower. Do I not have that section here? Or was that on our cheat sheet, I think?
Oh, I have that somewhere.
I believe I have a copy of it. Willpower. You may take 1 point of superficial willpower damage to re-roll 3 dice. You may not re-roll hunger dice. You may not re-roll against tracks, humanity, or willpower. You may not re-roll checks. So you can spend a point or take a superficial point of damage and willpower to re-roll
up to 3
dice.
failures from a roll. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Except, all right, the math isn't going to work out because I have 4 dice total. There's no way I can get 5 successes off of 4 dice.
You can if you roll 2 10s.
Yep.
Okay.
Because 2 10s counts as 4.
Right. So, yeah.
So basically, you need 2 10s and any other success.
And you can spend a point of willpower and
It's
re-roll.
okay, Stork.
Oh, but the willpower would just be to reroll. I still can't get 5. Well, maybe I could.
But you can
Yeah,
re-roll up
100%.
to 3 dice.
That's true.
Just focus, Stork. On these dice, a 10 is a 0. You can roll it at 0.
No, on these dice, 10 is that.
Oh, you see?
Oh, well, I can't help you.
He's trying to trick his curse by using dice with chicken scratches on them.
1 success.
So you can re-roll the other 3 dice.
Okay. Well, I'll spend
unless-
a point of willpower and we'll reroll the other.
Unless one of the failures was on a hunger die.
One of the failures was on a hunger die.
Because you
Oh,
can't
no.
Well, it was a blank.
You can't
That doesn't matter. You can't re-roll the hunger die.
You can't re-roll a hunger die. So you can re-roll 2 dice if you want to spend, but then you're
No.
He has to roll 0,
No, I'm
0
not going to do that.
success.
It's just going to be a fail.
Well, even
Waste
if he
of willpower.
re-rolls 2, since he only got 1 success, he
Is the-
can't get 5.
Right. The math just isn't
he
working.
if he gets 2 10s, he would
need to
have
get
4
2 10s.
successes
It's a 1
and
in
an
100
extra
literally chance of him succeeding.
success.
No, I'm just going to
1 in
take
10
the,
times
I'm
1
going
in
to take the
1 in
miss,
10.
and
Yeah.
we'll just have to fight it out in the parking
Okay.
lot.
All right.
Okay.
Till he stands up and somebody shoots him.
All right. So okay, so
So the dude I'm dragging back to the van,
mm-hmm.
who Felix shot,
Yes. There's a
So
burning
he's
hole in
just-
his chest.
he's in torpor.
No, I think he's dead. Right?
Oh, he's
Yes.
dead. Yeah, he took more than his track of
Wouldn't he be gone then?
Oh, he's going away slowly. He's starting to age.
Oh, okay.
Roll
Cool.
by.
Sorry. I was under the misapprehension that he was in the Stork situation.
No, he's getting older and he's starting to like decay.
Great.
Because when you said 12th generation, I figured he might still be somewhat young physically.
I'm a grab his whatever's in his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Before
Go to his
they don't
box to fill his
exist anymore.
change.
Okay, you got a cell phone and a wallet. There's no ID in the wallet, but there's money in it, and there's a debit card.
Yeah, but we greyhawked the guy, and that's the only thing that matters.
Fantastic. I'm also gonna spit out my mouthful of blood onto his decaying corpse
Okay,
and watch it sizzle right through.
excellent. And he's still like on fire. You can still see the glow from the incendiary rounds burning in his chest.
I mean, but he's just on fire on the inside.
Yeah, it's on the inside. It's not. It doesn't require a frenzy or anything like that. Okay, so you're hauling him back. Now you guys do.
No, I'm just gonna take this stuff. and
Oh, you
go.
are? Okay,
Like
all
I'm
right.
leaving him because if he's dead, and he's disintegrating, then I don't have to deal with like torpid vampire, and
Right.
the evidence will just take care of itself.
Okay. What? So you guys do hear a struggle going on with Floyd and someone else.
I hop into the driver's seat of the van and drive towards that noise.
Okay. Actually, probably in reverse. You probably back up to it.
There you go. Yep.
Okay.
I assume at this point, yeah, I would have heard the noise and prepared to hop out and take a stab at the guy, because the guy I'm with is basically just dead wood.
Yes.
Because he's
My God.
Correct.
It's a little too much. It's gone from Weekend at Bernie's to Clerks.
All right. So I'm going to let Stork, you have one more action, and then other people will be there, if people are heading that direction.
I guess, I mean, all I can really do is keep him busy. So I was just looking up lethal body, which it does extra damage. I'll read it to you, Stu, but it says nothing about vampires. It says, using this power, the user is capable of causing horrendous damage to mortals, tearing skin and breaking bones with bare fingers. Cost is free. System, the user's unarmed damage can now do aggressive health damage to mortals, if desired. They also ignore one level of armor type, potence level of the user. It doesn't say anything about vampires.
It doesn't affect it would be like bullets. I mean, it doesn't affect vampires any more than superficial damage, because it's not aggravated for vampires.
Right. Can I pull out my my 1911 and put it in his mouth and say stop?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me like just a. You're not shooting it. Give me like. Do you have athletics?
Yes, I do. That's what I bought.
Athletics and dex.
Okay.
To basically get it in his mouth without him batting it away or something like that.
3 successes.
I got. Oh wait. What's the frenzy things with hunger dice?
I think it's if there's a 1 on the hunger dice and there are no successes, or if you rolled a 10 on your hunger die with a 10 somewhere else, it's a messy critical. I think that's
a critical success with a hunger die showing a 10. Okay, I don't have either of those, but I got a 1 and a 10 on his 2 hunger dice.
Okay.
I think they just cancel each other out.
Yeah.
I think that's just normal, that's normal success.
But nothing, yeah, but it doesn't have any of the other things. So, okay. So, yeah, the gun's in his mouth.
And I'm going to wait till these guys show up.
Okay. So, everyone else is there. And Floyd has a guy on the ground, and he's got a gun in his mouth.
So I'll tell him, stand up. I'll get off his chest.
Okay. You guys are poaching, you know.
We're going to take a walk over to this car and we'll talk about it.
And whatever. You can get in trouble.
Who exactly do you think owns this territory?
The Baron has declared everything north of Broadway in Glendale to be part of his domain.
Who the fuck is the Baron?
I don't remember his name.
It's the Bruja.
While obfuscated, can I sneak up behind this dude?
Sure.
Do not murder my interrogation subject yet.
The Baron Alexander Moorhead, the head of the Anarchs, the head of Pornvale, the Baron of Pornvale.
Oh, you're so cute and stupid.
You gonna bring down his wrath?
Last I checked, it's still our territory. I said straddling his compatriot.
You guys should leave south of Broadway and you'll be fine. I'll forget this happened.
Dude, can I stake him from behind and come?
Yeah,
dude, we live here.
It's like, I'm sorry. I think you have the wrong neighborhood. And now you can stake him if you want.
Yeah, you might be able to do more damage than I do, actually, because I think you Nosferatus have...
He's potent, I think.
Well, I have potence as well, but it's, I think... Don't you have, like, an unarmed thing that is pretty gnarly?
I have a good unarmed skill, and I just rolled 2 10s, a 7, and a 9.
See?
All right.
But what do your hunger dice?
That would
hunger
be
dice reads 3.
3, okay. All right, so he's staked. You now have 2 staked Anarchs.
Good. I'm gonna put in a call to the Seneschal,
Okay.
my primogen. I'm sorry.
Right.
and
Paul Murphy.
let him know.
This is Paul.
Hello.
Yes.
Great. I'm glad I got you at home. We have 2 Anarchs currently in our possession who tried to infiltrate the Glendale section of our lovely city.
Indeed, do you?
We do. Both torpor, both ready for interrogation. I'd be more than happy to put them in your lap if you just tell me where that would be.
Why don't you meet me over by, you know where the sheriff's office is?
I believe one of my coterie is more than familiar with the sheriff's office.
How about I meet you there in, let's say 15 to 20 minutes?
That sounds sublime. I look forward to seeing you.
And me as well.
Adieu.
Very interesting news. Thank you.
Okay, so I will hang up with him and let the coterie know we have an appointment with the seneschal to meet him at the sheriff's office with our 2 quarry in tow.
Are there any others? Were these the only 2 or 3?
Well, I would assume that these are the ones that came with this, and I kind of like gesture with his torpid face, gentleman.
But that doesn't make any sense. This wasn't an invasion. They didn't actually try to oust us. Are you seriously telling me that the Baron just claimed a portion of our territory and thought he wouldn't have to fight for it?
Oh, yeah, and then he had a whole bunch of SUVs go in and as a big distraction so 3 people could come in and feed at the brewery. It does seem a little suspicious. I mean, he put a lot of people, or a lot of ghouls, with a lot of cars and a lot of money, made a really big noise. For what reason?
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
It must make sense somehow, but I think we're missing something. I think Lakshmi might be onto something. I have a feeling that there's a lot more than just these 3. These are just the 3 we were able to find. Now, interrogating them, we might be able to know more, or if the Seneschal interrogates them, we might be able to know more. But currently, what are we supposed to do? Just run around and look for more vampires?
So,
Not the worst idea. I mean, Felix has a network of spies and drones. I have the traffic cams. We should at least be looking. I don't want to lose our territory because we sat on our heels like the people in the Wally.
Agreed. I'm not far from my my haven. I could go there, get my car, take these 2 to the Seneschal if you forward like keep patrolling.
Let's take these guys' cell phones and see if we can't get some more information about if there's any of their friends about, names, numbers, that kind of thing.
yeah. Also, I take the gun that I use, I clean it off thoroughly, and I throw it in the Honda that belongs to those keys.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh yeah, is there any info in the Honda as well?
Yeah. Take a look in there.
Is it red?
Floyd, do you want to check the cars, and Felix and I can check the cell phones? And,
Yeah. That'll be fine. Is there only the one car?
Yeah. It's a Honda,
Also,
Honda SUV.
logically speaking, we would assume that if these guys moved in, I would think that if I asked 3 vampires to move into a territory, I would have already taken measures to take care of those who own that territory. So I would suggest that we don't really go to our lairs tonight and find another place to stay.
Agreed.
All right, what do I find it? Go ahead.
I enjoy the comforts of home. But I agree. I suppose that makes some semblance of sense.
Well, once I'm done searching this car, you can take it.
Good. I'll start preparing to load the torpid bodies into the Honda once Floyd is done.
So who's it registered to, and is there does it match the license he has? Does he have a license?
It's measured. It's owned. The car is owned by a corporation. Give me 1 second.
Owned by a corporation. These guys totally venturing it up.
Or they're working for a Ventru. No, yes. Remember, we've had problems with.
Yeah, there is a Ventru, the daughter of Ventru, from the old prince, who might have been associated with the Atriarchs.
It's owned by a company called Broadfield Investments.
Okay. Does this have a like one of those low jacks or anything in it? GPS?
Well, yeah.
There's usually a way to tell, right? You can tell like
It's
on
got
the
a
dashboard is in there something.
It's got a navigation system. I mean, LoJack. The whole point of LoJack is they try to hide the fact that it exists. You have to actually.
Yeah, but aren't
I
you
would
able
make
to
you make
turn
a
it
look.
on and off on your car?
No,
Oh, maybe you're right. It's
no,
just there.
no, that's the anti-theft thing.
My whole idea was to leave the car, leave the gun in there, and just sort of close the loop for the cops.
Okay. We can do that. We can find another car to get these guys to the Seneschal, or we can take it ourselves.
Well, I mean, I have the stolen SUV. It's probably still parked at the Galleria, because it's not far from the Americana, which is my haven, but it is a separate entity.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just a suggestion. You could go to your haven if you feel safe about it. I mean, maybe if you do it and then meet us somewhere else.
Or,
Well, I mean-
or crazy thought. We just steal another car?
Well, I stole that original SUV because I managed to charm the previous owner. We've already made quite a stir at the Golden Road. I don't know if we want to keep that going. I have a stolen car that we can use. It's a little bit farther away. Honestly, I could Uber over. It's not unreasonable to
We can
Uber
drive you
Golden
down there.
Road.
We could drive you down there too. We can swap out the bodies and then we can finish patrolling if you wish. I mean, I don't know what else we're going to be able to see tonight. I'm still very concerned about why the big distraction at the Rose Bowl, what that was all about.
Same. That's my primary concern.
Maybe
These
we
three
should,
yahoos didn't have anything to do with this. They just happen to be
right?
anxious to feed.
Maybe we head back that way and see what we can find. After
Well,
we go.
why don't you guys do that? I'll honestly Uber over to the Galleria, get my SUV, and then I can get these bodies in there to deliver to the Seneschal.
We have to
and
wait. We have to wait for you to do that anyway. We might as well just drive you there, and then
All right.
continue on.
Okay.
Was
Yeah,
that
that's
all
fine.
you found in the car? Was that it belonged to Broadfield Investments? And we're not sure if it's being tracked.
Yeah. What else did I find?
In the car, what would a vampire have in their car?
No Starbucks cups.
There would be no star. There wouldn't be much.
No.
There's probably not much in the car. Lakshmi, you do recognize the name Broadfield Investments?
I was just looking that up.
I was about to say, is this one of the shell companies?
Yes.
That's. Oh. Oh. This car is owned by part of the Second Inquisition. Now, why would they be in bed with the Anarchs?
Well, if they know enough about us to know that infrastructure is a pretty solid thing in our midst, siding with those that we want to tear down that infrastructure may be in their benefit.
I wonder if that's why the Baron felt like he was enamored enough or secure enough to start claiming our territory, he expected the Inquisition to take us out. In which case, was the Rose Bowl supposed to be cover for the strike happening tonight from the Inquisition?
Well,
Or were the black SUVs full of Inquisition?
I feel like they would have done better. They've done better in the past. They did better 3 days ago.
Well, if it was an ambush situation, the black SUVs is pretty. I don't know, because they've been using like regular everyday vehicles, right? That we've seen.
Right, and they're
Yes.
not that organized. They tend to be these small isolated cells. Also, I mean, one of two things happen: either they've acquired this car from the Inquisition, which is possible, or they're working for the Inquisition. I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe they acquired the car.
Well, do you scent any Kine in it?
I can't smell anything. No. I mean, you're better with blood and.
I'm going to pull my
Things
bloodhound
that I am.
out of the van and I'm having him sniff around the car.
Okay. Oh, excuse me a moment.
Very scary.
Yeah, go talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sure.
So one of two things happen. I'm of the opinion they're not working for the Second Inquisition. I have a feeling they've acquired the car in much the way we did when we took out an Inquisition guy, but I could be wrong. I mean, if we can find a gas card or something else to back it up, like they're working with them. That might.
I
That might
look on
help.
their cell phones for the dating app.
That's a good idea too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to know what we found on their phones. But in the meantime, we should probably also send your like canvas if your parents are seeing anybody else?
Were you talking to me?
No,
No, Felix is
I've been
the one
sending.
with the birds.
They've been around patrolling our entire hunting grounds.
Okay, cool.
I feel
But
like
It takes a while for them to do that.
I feel like either way, we should send a message to the Anarchs. Perhaps once we finish interrogating these two torpid souls, obviously we don't want them to live after this.
Well,
Perhaps-
we can always blood bind them and maybe turn them into counterintelligence.
Possible, but I feel they'd be expecting that. Maybe one could get through, but two might be a bit much. I feel that perhaps sending a message to this Lord Alexander may be appropriate. Perhaps the head of one of their compatriots would be appropriate.
We'll have to
I
see
think
what
the
the
problem with that idea is that it would disintegrate by the time it gets to him.
we'll have to see what the seneschal will allow us to do.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back.
So,
Fine.
Stu, we wanted to double check. We wanted to cross-reference from the cell phones to this car and see if these guys are actually working for the Inquisition or just are driving an Inquisition car.
Checking for that dating app too.
The one who you shot has Smash Chat on his phone installed. The other two do not.
What are the messages, the previous messages?
It looks like it's a conversation to meet someone on near California and Brand. And they're supposed to meet later tonight.
Oh my!
At like 4 a.m. I guess in the morning.
It's awfully close to dawn. Well, do we want to intercept that meeting?
Time is it now?
Pardon?
I'm not sure what time is it now.
Midnight, maybe? Maybe 1?
We have time to get these guys to the Seneschal and then perhaps intercept this meeting.
Yeah, you have plenty of time for that.
Good.
Okay, so you guys are going to head down to Scully's office?
Yeah,
Okay.
to Seneschal to get this package to Paul Murphy.
Okay. Is everyone going?
We might as well. We're all in the same car.
Okay.
It's stupid to split the party like that. So yes,
All right.
we're all going.
All right, so you all head down there, and Felix kind of shows you the way in to Scully's sort of outer office, because it's, of course, underground, because he's Nosferatu. And he's basically got, like, it looks like one of these giant concrete bunkers that they have underneath freeway overpasses. I don't know if you've ever familiar with those things. But it's been walled off, so there's no external entrance. You have to come in from a tunnel. So and he's got a big map on the wall, and there's a bunch of points where the Second Inquisition things have happened, and there's like little bits of yarn drawn between them, and he's sitting there staring at the map when you guys walk in.
Scully is?
Yes.
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 I will approach him. I don't know if you have a certain color for the Anarchs, but you may want to put one right there and point at Golden Road.
Anarchs. This is my Second Inquisition map.
Do you have an Anarchs map?
Not right now. I have in the past. I'm kind of concentrating on this right now. This seems more important.
I hate to tell you this. Actually, I like to tell you this. It seems to be that the two are intertwined.
Well, that would be awful. That'd be terrible.
Agreed. Welcome to the darkest timeline.
Well, shit. And right about this moment, Paul Murphy walks in.
Ah, Seneschal, so lovely to see you this evening.
Oh, and Scully seems a little flustered because apparently he was not informed that there was going to be a meeting here. He's like, "Oh, what a surprise! If someone had told me you were coming, I would have cleaned up a little bit." So, and then he kind of starts busying himself with stuff, and Morphe's like, "So, you've found Anarchs in your territory?"
Yes, we found them at the Golden Road Brewery, right on the Anarch Camarilla border, outside Glendale or inside Glendale.
That is that is technically your territory.
Which is why we brought them in.
Now, I'm assuming that you've got them in your van. You didn't haul them through
Right.
here, or did
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yeah, we didn't bring the bodies in as yet.
Huh. That's very interesting. I wonder if I will need to tell Miroslav. I wonder if that thing over in Pasadena was some sort of feint.
Oh, you mean the thing at the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
Yes, we caught wind of that. We were prepared to assist, but clearly issues at home kept us away. I hope everything over there went swimmingly.
Yes. It was a grand success, but now they're having trouble finding vampires. in some of those wrecked cars.
Well, these two I bequeath to you as a gift, to both you and to our fair prince. May they enlighten the plans of the Anarchs, and perhaps also the plans of the Second Inquisition.
Now, did you didn't mention to him over the phone that the two are intertwined, that you found a connection?
No, because we found that connection after I called.
Okay. And what do you mean by the Second Inquisition?
And I'm going to gesture to, I believe it was Floyd who found that out.
Yeah. Hi. Floyd Gilmore. You might remember me, the guy that unstaked you. Yeah. Yeah. So we got the hold of their cell phones.
No, this is not that guy.
Oh
no, this is the seneschal. This is the right hand of the prince.
That's
Paul
right.
Morphy.
The other guy also had a southern accent. He was
That's
he
right,
was
he did.
in Justicar.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is my primogen.
You can see why I got confused.
Yes.
Well, okay, I'll just hand him the cell phone with the smash chat up.
Well, that's fascinating. That's quite a turn.
Also, the car that he was driving was registered to Lashmi. What's the name of that corporation again?
Broadfield Industries. It's a shell corporation.
That's very interesting.
Broadfield Investments. Sorry.
I think I need to get to Miroslav and get this information to him right away.
Please do, and please inform him where it came from.
Of course, absolutely. And, good work on protecting your territory. Now, I would imagine there's more.
We are on our way to make sure the rest of our territory is safe. We just wanted to bring these two to your attention as quickly as possible.
And I very much do appreciate that. And then he leaves with you, and you transfer the stuff to his car. The torpid vampires. And off he goes.
Well, if we hurry, we can get back to this meeting. Now I got the southern accent. If we hurry, we can get back to this meeting in Glendale.
So I wonder who amongst us could pose the best as an Anarch. Probably not me. They all have terrible taste.
Well,
Bruja is as Bruja does.
yes.
Yeah, you really kind of want to do that.
Okay.
You have a way of hiding your shame. You reek of it.
So, what was this guy's name that I'm impersonating?
I'm looking. Hold on a second. The guy that, that's the guy that you guys shot. That was
Right.
Joseph Harrington.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll take his cell phone and I'll take whatever else he had on him, and
Okay.
then I'll just wait at the corner of California and Brand.
All right.
What are you guys gonna do? You guys gonna hang out nearby? I hope so.
Oh yeah, totally.
Thank you.
And I'm also going to park a drone over that area.
Okay.
Let me write that name down now that I'm done texting. What was it again?
Joseph Harrington. That's the guy you're impersonating.
Right.
Okay.
Do I have any idea from the messages in the phones what this meeting was about? Or who requested it?
It looks it's disguised as a dating conversation. So it's like, hi, what do you like to do? Oh, you like okay, well, yeah, I'd like that too. Oh, yeah, we have so much in common. We should meet. That thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what it looks like.
Okay.
You don't see like the codes and numbers that you've seen on the cell phones of the actual Second Inquisition operatives.
Right.
Where they're using like abbreviations and stuff. You don't see anything like that.
All right. Well, I'll have his cell phone out and pretend I'm looking at it. And wait.
Okay. So like sometime around like maybe 5 minutes to 4, you see a car drive by, and it's got the too dark tinting on the windshield and on the windows, the stuff that would almost automatically get someone pulled over. And it kind of slows down a little bit and then speeds up.
What's the license on that? Can I get it?
Yes, you have the license plate number.
Okay. Are they speeding off really, really quickly?
No, it's not like they're not making it super obvious, but they definitely slowed down to get a look at you and then drove off.
All the way down the drone.
Okay, all right. It's headed. Shoot, wrong mouse. It heads south until it gets to like Wilson, and then it goes all the way over to San Fernando Road and turns right, and it drives north, basically back into Burbank, and it ends up at it parks in a parking lot, and it looks like it's like a small strip mall. And then you see an old woman get out and walk inside this strip mall.
I try to get a good image of that woman's face.
Okay. Oh, we should make that some kind of a roll. Technology? You have technology? You have
Like
technology.
wits and technology?
Sure. Yeah, sounds perfect.
He's got like 7 dice in that.
Probably.
Work.
That's a negative. I have no successes. And a 1 on the hunger die.
Did you just say what I thought you just said?
I got a 1 on the hunger die and no successes.
A failed
Oh,
roll
no.
with a 1 on a hunger die. A bestial failure. PC must act out a compulsion. Page 208.
Or he could use a willpower.
You may not. Wait.
Yeah, but it would make it not
you-
no successes.
Oh, you can't you. Yeah, yeah. You could re-roll the other dice, just not the hunger die.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Okay. So you take a superficial point of willpower.
That's much better. I got a 6, 6, and a 9. So
3 successes. Okay. You have a face.
good call, Pooja. Thanks.
Hey, if he's gonna be like, oh my god, willpower, I should definitely use it. As
Right.
much as I want to see another bestial failure from someone.
Okay.
But I take that screen cap of that face and I text it to Lakshmi.
Okay.
That's the face of the person driving that car.
Is this okay? Cool. Thank you. Where in Burbank did she stop?
I pointed out to her on the map.
It's like a little strip mall. It's got like a 7-Eleven and an ice cream parlor and like dry cleaners. And she went. Looks like she went inside the ice cream parlor. It's closed, but she had a key, and she went inside.
Lovely.
If we were to pursue this woman, that would put us into Anarch territory.
It's definitely not ideal. I would love to know who she is, though.
If only we knew somebody that was maybe human and had special skills at infiltration and stuff
And,
to lean on.
you know, and leads into the Second Inquisition and was
sorry.
undyingly loyal to someone.
My ears were burning. Were you talking about my ghoul?
I wouldn't speak for your ghoul. He's your ghoul. I'm just bringing up a suggestion.
I will look to him and put a finger under his chin. Sammy, darling, does this seem like something you'd be interested in taking care of for us?
What do you want me to kill her?
How about hurt her a little bit and bring her back?
Wait, did you guys pick me up, or am I still standing on the street corner?
No, let's say we pick you up.
Okay. Well, why don't we just run a facial recognition like we've been doing on Google?
Because if it's Kindred or Second Inquisition, they would not have left a paper trail.
Is it worth a try, or do you just want to negate it before we look?
No,
It
you're
seems
correct. It's worth a cursory search.
But it seems to me that this is maybe some of the people that are the information gathering branch of the Second Inquisition. And that is a segment of them that we have not been able to pry any information out of. So I'm very interested in talking to this woman.
So, I think Sam did it, or I mean, Anna Sophia did it before, where she ran his facial recognition off of her phone. We'll just do the same thing with this.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead and make that. What was that? Wits plus technology, probably.
Something like a Lakshmi situation.
All right.
I definitely didn't use technology. That's for sure.
I got 7 successes.
Oh,
Jesus.
holy shit. Okay.
You mean every? You got every success.
No, I mean, but there were 2 criticals, so like that one that didn't come up was negated.
You find her. She is. She owns an ice cream parlor called the Mote of Sin. Get it?
Womp, womp.
And her name is Marion Duluth.
So can we cross-reference that with White Pages and find out where she lives?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, that's
Marion, Duluth, Burbank.
sure. Yeah, you
And
get
then you look for age, and then you can figure out
you have an address. Yeah,
where is it.
it's in Burbank.
Well, do we want to go to Burbank? Cause a big stink, or do we want to pass this information on to someone else who...
Well, I never want to go to Burbank.
It's so bougie.
Beautiful downtown Burbank. This show has been pre-recorded, so the cast and crew can be out of the country by the time it airs.
All right.
However, infiltrating Anarch territory may prove to be quite a feather in our cap.
Well, it's getting a little late now. I mean, it is 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's getting close to dawn. This is something we'd have to put off till tomorrow.
Unless we just want to send someone in to retrieve her for tomorrow evening. Does her Googled age seem to match her appearance? Are we pretty sure this woman?
Yes. I mean, she's got a paper trail. I mean, looks like she's owned this ice cream parlor for a while. She makes like gourmet custom ice creams and stuff like that.
Are they all Kindred puns?
No, well, the different flavors. I haven't come up with the flavors yet.
Stu, slacking.
I expect
I
more
want
from
31
anybody.
flavors.
So, do we want to have somebody go in during the day and bring her to us so that when we wake up, she's ready for us, or do we want to try to track her down tomorrow night?
I think that's really up to Joey because we only have one real resource that can do that. If he wants to use them for that, it's great. Also keeps us out of Anarch territory and keeps us somewhat on the lower profile. But also there could be some added benefit of going in there and getting her ourselves. So
And
I don't know.
Sophia has a whole flock that's happy to do her bidding as well.
That might be the safest, is if we have mortals go into the territory and grab her and bring her to us, and then you can tell them what to look for at her house if that's what we're going to do, and then we can question her when we wake up, or turn her over to the sheriff. But if we go in at night, it could cause a big incident, and I don't know if I'm ready to confront Miroslav yet if we start pissing off Anarchs directly.
Enough issue with Anarch being power.
I can barely understand what you're saying.
Oh, it makes Sam go away. No. Yeah, so those are our two choices. It's getting too close tonight. I don't know if we have time to do it. It's what, almost 5 o'clock? And
Yeah,
dawn will
probably
be happening soon.
4:30, let's say.
I mean, my haven is not far from Burbank. I don't like the idea of having you all over for a sleepover, but should push come to shove,
Do you want to try to
that
go
could be
there?
an option.
Well, do we want to then drive to the ice cream parlor and try to get her out and get her here tonight? What do we do with her then? We're gonna have to go to bed soon. I'm just saying. I mean, we can do either one. It seems like it might be better if we just deal with it tomorrow. But you're right. We won't be able to track her. Can you find her tomorrow, Lakshmi? Now that you have her face?
Now that I know what she looks like, she cannot hide from me.
So maybe tomorrow we can actively try to hunt her down and see what we can find, or do we want to try to have somebody do it during the day? Those are our choices.
Let's just put it up to a vote. All of those who are in favor of doing this tomorrow ourselves, say aye.
Aye.
All of those who wish to have a minion take her during the day and have her prepared for us for the evening, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it.
So you're going to send someone after her? Is that?
You literally had us say aye for twice.
The second
We
ayes
can't
have it.
all have it.
Hey, do not try to undermine the power of our future sheriff.
Wait, what?
I'm just asking him to be a better person, a better kindred than our current lackluster one.
I currently just had 4 kindred agree on something. I win.
Who are you going to send?
I think maybe we should send Anna Sophia's group, maybe with the instruction and maybe under the leadership of my ghoul.
Okay.
Oh, that's brilliant. I like that.
That's true. They could use a strong leadership, but I think we can send a few to assist him.
They're good at tying knots, too.
And enthusiastic.
Okay. So they're going to do that during the day, and then tomorrow night. Okay, got it. All right. Let's go ahead and leave it there. That seems like a good
Okay,
pausing spot.
cool.
I think it also would be nice to have him search her house if he's going to get her at the house for info and stuff as well, right?
Okay.
As part of his orders.
Well, she did return to the ice cream parlor and not home.
Yeah, tonight. But they're doing this during the day, right?
I'm just saying, if she was going to return after an operation, she'd probably return to the place where she has.
That's true. Okay.
But I look forward to hearing his report on what her haven looks like. It might give us some insight into what the other Atriarchs' havens may look like.
Right. And if he gets her, we can always go there tomorrow night.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you for joining us. That was this session 6? Session 6.
Yep, 6.
Session 6 of The Glittering Night and Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. And thank you very much for joining us. And you can go to happyjacks.org/shows to find out more about this show and the other shows and find episodes that you've missed and such. And we'll see you in 2 weeks on this.
2 weeks!
The dramatically appropriate amount of time.
And thank you very much.
Bye.
The preceding
Bye.
program
Yes.
has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Cool.
Cool.
Fun session, guys. Loved it.
Yeah, had a great time.
Yeah, that was fun.
We got a lot done.
I've got
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, for serious, right?
More kidnappings almost.
Right?
Soon. More kidnapping soon. We still have the priest to deal with and St. Luke's. And I'm like,
And we still have the veteran that was working up in Altadena that I got that information from the veterans group.
yeah, there's a lot of threads here that I want to follow. We keep, like, getting distracted by, like, urgent invasion-y type things. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys decided to stick with the Rose Bowl because I saw you guys all starting to forget about the fact that there was an invasion happening. And I'm like, we need to get back there.
Oh, no, I didn't forget. I was just waiting for the opportune time to speak. Like, I was
Okay.
like, that's the focus, but let's see what all our options are.
Yeah.
For sure.